Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. In the words of the great American poet, Rebecca Black, gotta get down on Friday. Morning Huddle, AJ Hoffman, Rob Thompson, on a little Saturday.
Is it Little Saturday?
At 10 o'clock it will be.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think just Big Friday. Let's not jump ahead of the game. We got all day today. That's
true.
The best thing about our gig, the best thing about what we do is 10:01 on Friday morning. The best thing.
We crack that beer.
We are done, baby.
We shotgun it to get like Steve Austin. We all clap our beers together and just pour them all over our faces.
Shotgun them and hit the streets like crazed animals. Anyway,
whoever the first person we see on the way out of the studio, we just slap them in the face and just
right
keep walking.
Just on our way out, hooligans. We go
see a loser.
You take the KTSA news rats out back, slap them around a little bit, take their lunch money, and go to the bar.
That's the plan today, Bubba.
That's what we're doing.
That is the plan. Kind of like the Celtics did to the Mavericks last night.
I'm gonna go all Porzingis on their ass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come in and slap you in the mouth and take your candy. And that's exactly what the Boston Celtics, they took the candy from the Dallas Mavericks.
Remember George Foreman, Muhammad Ali in the jungle?
Mm-hmm.
Just survive, man. Just don't get knocked out. Just,
isn't it wild that
they'll tire out. Just ooh to the ribs. Ooh.
When you think of George Foreman, is that the first thing you think of?
No. It was for a long time though.
That's a shame because that George Foreman was like maybe the scariest human on earth.
In my memory, now this went down when I was about 9, and I went in with my father to the closed circuit broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, George Foreman was the scariest man on earth. He was a big, horrifying beast of a man.
And then like late life George Foreman, like I remember comeback George Foreman. That's the first thing.
When he had like 5 kids named George by that point.
Yeah.
After his 5th George, he kind of mellowed.
And like, I don't know, 2 of them at least were hiding inside his waistline.
Did you ever interview him? You ever met him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. He's what you see, that's him. There's no difference. It's the same cat, whether he's doing interviews, fighting.
But it's a shame that's what I remember is like kind of fat comeback George Foreman with, selling grills. And it's like,
do you know how much money he made off that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was
God bless
damn near
him.
$1 billion. I mean, he got like 60% of every one of those sold.
And God bless him. I mean, because he fought in a time when it wasn't as lucrative. Like I'm sure he got paid for some of those crap fights that he had late in his career more than he got paid to fight Ali. But it's like, if I had a fight like that, I would want to be remembered by that forever. And you got to really think back to it.
Well,
so
I'm just saying, I hope the Mavericks taking something out of Muhammad's and just wear it because last night was a thorough destruction. I mean, and it was self-inflicted, AJ. It was their fault.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that. In fact, we'll talk about it next segment. We'll talk about it a lot during the show. Good morning to the Brigade Bar. Hello, Vince. Hello, Goldfinger. Hello, Brian.
Hey, man, everybody up
and
this
the
morning.
109. Yeah, so I love it. Love seeing you guys up early with us. Good morning.
Here's to you.
Are you drinking that Keurig coffee?
Oh, that's all we got. It is so thick right now with artificial creamers and whatnot.
Yeah.
That if I turn the cup over, I don't think it would spill.
Now I smell your hot dog or your pancake on a stick.
I smile when you say that.
I smell your pancake on a stick. Did you eat one already?
I've already had them.
You had 2?
I had them both about an hour ago.
And you had a breakfast taco.
I did.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're already celebrating the weekend.
Well, the breakfast taco was unexpected.
Yeah, but the breakfast taco came first.
You got to get to know me, though. See, I wake up in the morning, and when I have a breakfast that I like, I'm pretty much fixated on it from
You're
the
looking
moment I
forward
wake
to
up.
it.
And when I woke up this morning, as most mornings, I cannot wait to get here, sit down, see you, talk a minute, and have my sausage and pancake on a stick. It really is something I thought about from about the time I got in the car.
You're like in the car, like, oh man, that's gonna be so
almost there,
good.
baby. I'm 20 minutes away.
Do you ever switch it up? Do you always? Is it always blueberry?
I will go until I can't eat it again, and then I'll switch to. I've gone.
Do they make
breakfast sandwiches?
Do they make that oatmeal. Pancake in a non-blueberry?
They do. They do the non-pan.
Do you ever switch it up, or do you prefer blueberry?
The original first,
okay.
And then they upgraded, and they were right. They did indeed upgrade it. So I'll eat this probably till training camp.
Okay,
and then we'll switch out. In the fall, will probably be oatmeal that I'll eat every day.
Oatmeal
with a little something on it.
Like, what do you like?
That little crunchy stuff. The I don't know what it's called. My wife gets it. It's like the not trail mix, but
like some kind of granola.
Yeah, granola. That kind of stuff. A little crunch to it, a little fiber.
Okay.
But I'm not there.
What flavor of oatmeal? You like regular base oatmeal?
No, I need to have something.
You like maple brown sugar?
See, I'm down.
That's apple cinnamon.
That's the kind of stuff I'm in with. I basically like candy yogurt.
Yeah.
With
yogurt.
Stuff.
I thought you said oatmeal.
Oh, oatmeal. Well, I said oatmeal too.
Okay.
With the oatmeal, it's brown sugar, cinnamon, front and center. That's always the easy. But then I'll go crazy. I'll go with some fruit every now and again. The peaches and cream, not bad. But we're not there yet. I'm still in the middle of I discovered these at the Super Bowl.
The pancakes?
Yeah, that was my morning, and I've had them every weekday since, basically.
You discovered them there, like in Vegas?
No, they were presented to me.
Oh, okay.
I had never seen them before. I did not know they existed.
So you're saying someone, because
RJ Ochoa?
Is this an HEB product?
No, it's Jimmy Dean.
Oh, okay.
It's the good stuff.
Gotcha.
The high end. Although, I mean, we've had this discussion earlier. Hill Country Fair is the high end. It's
we were discussing, yeah.
Stuff.
There's almost everything you can get at HEB. I usually buy their stuff. My wife loves HEB. That's one of the big selling points. Mm-hmm. When we were talking about moving back to Texas, she's like, they will have HEB. And she's like, yeah, you should take this job.
Yes, this is a good one.
It's time.
It means it matters. And it does. It does matter. And Hill Country Fairs, and this is unendorsed, but I've been hoodwinked, brainwashed, or convinced, depending on how you look at it, that it is the branding.
There's very few things that I will not go HEB brand on. One is I don't really drink soda, so it doesn't matter now. But like in my days when I drank soda, like if I got that, I felt okay.
Yeah, I'm a little. This is a short month. If I'm pulling that off. Yeah.
The other is cereal.
Now cereal you don't skimp on,
and I don't understand. I don't get it. To be totally fair, I've never even tried HEB brand cereal. I've never given it a full run because in my mind, like every cereal has such a unique taste that like they're going to change something and it's going to ruin there's no way that Fruit Boops taste like Fruit Loops.
Well, till you've had those boops. I think you
Frosty
have to
Flakes, like it can't be that.
Okay, so you've never even tried. Now I have had the HEB version of Frosted Flakes.
Okay,
I don't know what they're called.
All right,
you're much better at the naming them than I. But I remember them being it is different.
Of course, I think
if you were raised with them, you wouldn't care. But since there's a generation I never had the pleasure of a Fruit Boop, and but I assume that it's not quite up to the level of Fruit Loop. I don't even know what they're going to call the what's HEB call that little green dude?
The little green dude. Oh, the
one with the Lucky Charms. What's their cereal version of that?
I don't know. Buddy Charms
because I haven't had that.
Buddy Bucks, right?
And I can say
with Buddy,
I'm pretty comfortable with the fact that the Pop-Tarts, the HEB version,
you're out on,
didn't quite measure. Just not my fly, but everything else, man, that's just.
It's funny. I remember the first time I ever tried like a toaster strudel.
Oh, that's next. That's for fancy folks. That's when companies coming over.
It is. I was like, oh,
this is next level.
Oh my, yeah. There is something.
Pop-Tart. The only reason we have a toaster.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts. It's like, do you toast your Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I do. I mean, I'm not an animal, but I can go without. I mean,
I don't toast mine.
Well, I mean, I can. But if there's a toaster.
You want to know what I used to do when I was a kid?
Did you crush them?
I crushed them and poured milk on them.
Yeah, you're not the only one. And poured poured it in there.
Yeah, that was my move. Like and then eventually they made Pop-Tarts breakfast cereal, which
was close.
I should have already had trademarked, but I didn't somehow.
But you had to eat the crushed Pop-Tart with milk lightning fast. There was no. You had to be done in about 2 minutes, or it's going to turn to goop.
Goldfinger says, "No, well, somebody said it.
Buffering.
I think he said I don't mess with HEB ice cream. I'm not opposed to HEB ice cream. I don't think HEB ice cream is elite, but I'm not brand. I can day by day I could change my mind about what kind of ice cream I want.
Right.
Like, I like Ben and Jerry's. I like Bluebell.
I like the packaging. Half the time I don't know with a brand. I just know the package.
I like. Have you ever had Tillamook ice cream?
Oh, of course.
Oh, Tillamook slaps.
Dairy?
No, it's Oregon.
Oh, is that Oregon?
Yeah.
Tillamook, I always figured that was Wisconsin.
But it's so different because like Tillamook is super creamy, and then Bluebell has that homemade kind of taste. That's like, it's a little thinner.
Well,
but
remember when Bluebell was killing us? There was a couple years.
I didn't forget.
There's a couple years there. That was when I was eating the HEB stuff. So I'm not anti HEB. I don't know the brand I buy. I'm kind of like the package looks good, and I like that.
Or the flavor.
Yeah, it's the flavor.
Like what sounds good.
But HEB has convinced us, man. Just give them a shot.
And this is the other thing about with cereal. If you got a $5 box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or I can get a $4 bag of cinnamon bunches of Toast Crunch. Yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to go with good old Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I mean, with two boys and you, how much do you guys go through?
I hardly ever eat cereal. Cause I don't eat.
I know.
I don't eat breakfast.
What about your kids?
I mean, they run through it.
Yeah.
Run through it. And they have a couple brands that they like. Mm-hmm. And it's sometimes, I mean, it could be a box a day.
Yeah. We would go through that much.
It's not shocking.
Yeah. So you got to
I honestly don't know how my older son eats as much as he does, because he'll wake up, he'll have a protein shake, and then he'll eat 3 or 4 bowls of cereal. He drinks a half gallon of chocolate milk literally every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did it. I did it. I don't know how we did it.
The thing about Bluebell ice cream is now a half gallon's like $11.
That's boutique.
And I'm like, okay, I could spend $11 on that half gallon. And I know that's probably a better deal than getting a quart of Ben and Jerry's.
Well,
bang for the buck it would be. But also, if I get that quart of Ben and Jerry's for like $5, I can get a new different quart and it have a different flavor the next time.
Again, if the flavor, I don't care what the cost is, because quite frankly, if I'm buying ice cream, I ain't looking at the price tag.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I don't know what brand they are. I'll just look at the flavors and go, that looks like salted caramel might be exactly what I need right now. And it doesn't matter what the brand is. I'm just pulling it. That's where the eye level gets to. I do like Ben and Jerry's, though. I've never been disappointed with a Ben and Jerry's.
No, Ben and Jerry's is solid, man. The half-baked, where it's like half cookie dough and half brownie chunks.
I've had some Haagen-Dazs that kind of let me down, but never been let down by Ben and Jerry. Listen to the way I talk.
My wife,
Dr. Torres, I'm sorry.
She figured out a move. Do you eat the same ice cream as your wife?
No, we get our own.
My wife got tired of us eating her ice cream.
Yeah.
So she's mastered the art of, like, I hide things in the garage freezer, like the chest freezer.
Mm-hmm.
If you leave anything in the main fridge freezer, it's gone.
Oh, we just bury it under the vegetables.
Oh, that's a good call.
Just put it underneath the fresh veggies.
But my wife figured out that there's a couple flavors of ice cream that nobody else wants to eat.
Like rum raisin.
I don't like Rocky Road. I don't like anything that's got marshmallows.
No, I'm not a big frozen marshmallow type.
That
also applies to my cereal.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need marshmallows, but cereal marshmallows are a little bit different. I don't like the gooey for whatever reason.
Well, cereal marshmallows aren't marshmallows.
No,
I don't know what those are. I don't like them.
Okay, that's fair.
I know, but I don't like them in my ice cream either.
I like marshmallows in a s'more only, and I like them to be burnt almost to unrecognizable. The opposite of my steaks. We talked yesterday about steaks off the air. I like my steaks barely cooked at all.
You like the same heat applied to both, but one left, and one removed quickly.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I want my marshmallows burnt to a crisp. I want my steaks barely cooked. And but at Rocky Road, I'm out on.
No.
My kids are out on Rocky Road because it's got nuts in it.
I don't like all that. No, I'm not. I don't like it.
And none of us, besides her, like coffee flavored ice cream.
No,
so
I'm not a fan of it.
That's what she gets,
and that's sad that she had to resort to getting a brand and flavor. But my wife was the same way.
She's learned. Like, because we fight over our flavors. My younger son's a little weird. He likes fruit flavored ice creams.
I'm not a gelato fruity.
He likes like sherbet and
now.
Yeah,
you can get that and you're safe. Safe. I'm not gonna eat it.
But me and my older one, like we've almost come to blows over. And he does the thing where he comes out, just gets the ice cream out and gets a spoon and starts eating. I'm like, bro, that's mine.
Like mine.
Well, I'm just getting some of it.
No.
Well, if you're gonna get some of it, put it in a bowl. Don't eat my ice cream out of the carton.
I'm a benevolent king, but I'm the king.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
I mean, it's a different age. If you ate your dad's ice cream out of the carton, he would have slapped the piss out of you.
You, man, the price I would have paid would have not been worth the effort.
That would have happened to me too. What's your favorite taco?
What time of day?
What time of day? When I'm a morning taco man, I like the carne guisada.
We discussed, and you know what? Use your brigade bar. You were talking about it, San Antonio. Let's welcome him around. He was looking for the good carne guisada taco. Tell us where you guys go.
I like Al Pastor for my daytime tacos. I love the cilantro and onions with and I like that. I don't know why like the juice that comes out of those tacos is like a totally different color than the actual meat. I don't know what the explanation is, but I like it.
Well,
it's grease.
Yeah.
It's like orange. You think it is?
But it's good grease.
You want me to lie to you?
Grease. I like it.
Yeah.
But I would think that the meat would have the same general tint. But it doesn't typically. It's like it's brown meat, orange grease.
Yeah, that's the grease.
That's when it's good.
You like it, the juice, huh?
Sometimes they put I don't know if that happens in San Antonio. Houston it's a fancy food town, Houston. I feel like San Antonio is like this is more authentic.
Yeah, well.
You guys don't put pineapple in your Al Pastor, do you?
Yeah, there's some that do.
Some?
Yeah.
So it's not like
that's not uncommon.
It's not a wild thing. No. I don't dislike it.
No, it's good. I can take you a place that does it wonderfully.
But it's sometimes if you don't expect it, it's a surprise.
Yeah, but the best Al Pastor has that tinge of sweetness, does have that pineapple. So yeah, that's what you kind of expected. Although we do like that savory with the grease and all that.
Yeah.
Are you down with birria?
Oh yeah.
All right. There are things you judge restaurants by, and you said carne guisada, and that's a very good barometer of the type of restaurant you're eating at, whether it's green or red. That all matters. Birria, dude, you can go the wrong way on birria. You can make a mistake, and I've had some birria that was not palatable.
There was a dude in Houston who now has it's called Kobo's.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be like a food truck, and then he bought a brick and mortar down by Minute Maid, and he makes, I think, the best birria tacos, and he makes birria ramen. Like he adds it to
so it's a lighter sauce because that's
it's still pretty thick. Right. Like you can't really drink the leftovers. Like when I have ramen, I drink the leftovers.
But this one still got that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Birria Barrio. Best spot. Birria Barrio.
Yeah, birria.
Let's see here. Do we have any? No, we don't have any recommendations because we're looking for.
No, there's a couple. Okay. I saw someone said the best carne guisada. Maybe I missed it, or maybe
Calabria Meat Market's got
Monterey Cafe.
Birria Barrio. I've been going to that Barrio dog, the hot dog spot.
Worth I'm the go down in Southtown. Go check it out.
Birria.
So are you a barbacoa type?
Birria.
Yeah, I like meat, bro.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't like the fat content or the or where it comes from.
I like. You know what I like? I like lingua. I like cheek. I like all that stuff, baby.
You'd like brains and eggs?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
We're getting into exotic at this point.
I mean, you've been down to South Texas. I'm authentico.
Yeah, no, but even if you're from down there's a lot of people that ain't gonna eat a brain.
Those are gringos, Rob.
Well, I take great pride in being a gringo.
Well, I'm a brain-eating gringo. It's not my first choice.
6:20.
Yeah.
Mark the tape.
All right, we're gonna get into these finals. We are gonna get into. It looks like the Dan Hurley thing is picking up steam,
man.
But we'll hear what some of the guys from the finals had to say. Spurs are involved in another trade rumor, and this time they are favored by Vegas to be the team that lands a particular player. We'll get into that a little bit as well. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 FM.
The Golf Club of Texas has some of the best course conditions with the friendliest staff. The golf is great. They have lighted driving range and practice area. While it feels like a country club, it's not a private club. It's open to the public, so bring the family into the Tin Cup Bar, the nicest sit-down restaurant in that area of San Antonio, specializing in Texas food, wine, and spirits. For golf or dinner, go to the Golf Club of Texas off Highway 90, online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Thinking of popping the question? Diamonds Direct has an offer you can't miss. This month only, buy a natural diamond engagement ring of 1 carat plus and receive a free natural 1 carat diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. Imagine giving her the ring of her dreams and her wedding gift all at once. No one provides education, selection, and value like Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet from your friends at Diamonds Direct won't last long. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are high interest payments becoming too much? There's a way for consumers struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans to significantly reduce the amount they owe if they qualify. Qualifying for this debt relief program, which the credit card companies prefer to keep secret, will only require you to pay back a fraction of what you owe with one affordable monthly payment. You don't have to file bankruptcy or need a debt consolidation loan. Consumers can now take advantage of this financial debt relief during the current economic downturn and rising inflation. If you owe $10,000 or even $500,000 in credit card debt or personal loans, call the Debt Relief Advocates Helpline now for this free information and to see if you qualify. 1301 800-535-1301. Again, that's 800-535-1301.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9313. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9313. That's 800-575-9313. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text PREP to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text PREP to 321321. That's PREP to 321321.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ready for it? Let's hit the chorus. No, the song's over.
Wow, it just cracked off. What happened?
Oh man,
See, that was the intro to our 1980s buddy cop drama. At one point, we would have both slid across the hood of our Lamborghini.
There's got to be a full version of this. If not, someone who's got a synthesizer at home, can you create it for us?
That's great.
We'll give you credit.
I don't think there's any more of it. I mean, you ever seen the Mona Lisa? It's quite small.
Man, had it going on. Rob's a science denier. I didn't know that about him.
There is no way that Stanley, put that in front of the camera, is a 64-ounce Stanley. I haven't Googled to see if they even make one.
This is 64 ounces.
There's no way. You're going to tell me that would hold two 32-ounce Schlitz.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
It says it right there on the bottom.
I don't care what you're saying.
64 ounces.
That's not big enough to be 64.
And then Rob holds his 12-ounce water can up next to it.
So you're going to tell me that will hold nearly 6 of those?
Yes.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't know how you can't believe that.
What do you mean? You're going to tell me that the volume inside of that, because that's insulated, so it's not entire. So you lose a quarter inch around. You're going to tell me I can fit nearly 6 of these? I don't believe it.
You can fit 5 and some change.
I think they're misleading you. I think they're making you think you're drinking 64 ounces when you're drinking.
I'm telling you,
probably 32.
Like the water machine, the dispenser thing here.
Well, that thing's full of lies.
It cuts off at a certain point. Like you can only put 40 ounces in at a time.
How do you know it's 40?
Because I do this, Rob. They're like it's 220, like 220-ounce bottles you can fill, and then you have to pull them away and put it back.
So, but you've measured that it's a 20-ounce bottle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not this particular one, but I mean, a similar like that model.
I don't trust this one.
Okay.
Vic, does it appear like just to the naked eye that would hold 64 ounces?
Yeah, at the naked eye, it doesn't look like
there
it, but I do believe that
proof.
it will fill.
I'm looking at it online that it is a 64-ounce quencher.
How much
they say?
That other one that you had you were hovering over, that's the one that the white one at the top that's $45 or something. That one?
Yeah, we've got.
How many ounces is that?
That's the one I have, and it's much smaller. There's no way.
I'm guessing it's
not even
32.
I don't think it's even 32.
I think it's 32
because that thing with just a little bit of ice won't even hold it.
No, click on that one on the
no,
top.
Not that one. Top middle. Give me one of those. Keep going. One more.
Two more.
They're right.
That one. Click on that. How many ounces does that one hold?
That's got to be 16.
I think it's 32 ounces.
What happened?
Vic doesn't know how to use the interweb.
Oh,
Lordy. What are you doing?
I don't want to buy one, Vic.
It's not me.
Come on, dude. You got one job.
That's not you?
Hold on. No, that's Edwin.
So we got a guy working our computer screen that's in another room.
I think it's Goldfinger from home.
Yeah, it might be Edwin. He wants to make sure Edwin's not a robot. Edwin very well could be a robot. Edwin's not a very emotionally charged dude. Like
he's pretty quiet.
It's a lot of that's good.
Of course, you idiots.
Okay.
That's logical.
I think Edwin is probably like when they said, "Oh, we got a new guy coming in," Edwin was probably like, "Oh, this is great. I'll have 2 guys in studio all the time. This is going to be wonderful." And then he met me, and he's like,
"I think I'm gonna go back at my office."
Oh yeah, see, that's a 40 ounce.
That's 40.
See,
so 2 of those. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just telling you, man. So you could take that and 2 of your cans and dump them in here.
It doesn't seem to make sense. There's something otherworldly about your Stanley. It holds more than it should.
The downside of it is this, and this was the decision I had to make.
That's a big ass thing to carry around, my brother.
You
need to have some kind of like neck strap for it.
Now you notice it stays in our office. I drink this during the day, and I leave it here, fill it up in the morning.
So
it's not Kool-Aid.
At some point, one of us is going to have. It's only water, though, right? You're not putting anything.
Oh,
well, you got a little bit of that Mio. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to wash it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a dish station
I know.
here.
I know we do.
What am I, an animal?
Yes. In fact, you are.
If either one of us is an animal, it's you.
I'm not saying it in
you leave stuff laying around
the most disparaging way. Yes, I leave things around, but
remember you didn't see this, Vic.
Honestly,
What
I
happened?
was going to come back and retort. I thought that was the one that I'd given you.
No, I
That's
drank
why I
mine and
didn't
threw it
grab
away,
it.
of course.
So when I got up and I saw that, I thought, well, that must be his. I don't want to take it.
Yeah, after we had that meeting the other day,
Yeah.
Rob left his half-drank tea on the table in there.
As God as my witness, I thought it was yours. I didn't want to take yours. I got up and looked back at it, and I thought,
What an
well,
animal.
that might be his. I don't want to take his.
This is Rob 101, man. You can always tell when Rob's been somewhere if a half-finished beverage is left in the room.
It's my cookie crumb home.
This is how he marks his territory.
My steps.
Yeah. What'd you drink today? I don't know. Let me go look back in the car.
Back in the other room.
Half a sweet tea. Yep, that's it.
I literally, last time I stopped and threw stuff away right before you got in my car, I probably had 13 or 14 empty bottles.
Oh, I got lucky then.
Dude, I had just thrown, I mean, they were rolling around.
Now,
all
had
over
you
the
not
place.
thrown those away, would you have suggested we take my car?
Probably. But I was so proud of the fact that I had pulled up and thrown away.
He's like, yeah, let's take my ride. Let's take my ride. Come on in.
A bottle of tea that's literally had like one drink, one pull and thrown away. I'm not proud of myself.
My kids do that with water bottles. It drives me crazy. I go around like drinking half-drank water bottles just because I hate waste.
That goes in the pet bowls for us.
That's a good call.
Yeah, I mean that, but you're right.
Now I have a plant. I've never tried to keep a plant alive by myself before. I'm doing that now.
Now, how did you come by this plant?
It was someone gave it for my dad's funeral.
Okay, so you came. Okay,
it's like a big plant.
Is it like a wedding? I mean, a funeral lily or one of those things?
It's got green with white flower things.
That's
my sister is big into plants, and she's like, it's really hard to kill.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that I have a couple from previous engagements in myself, and that's one you can keep alive.
She's like, it's got like one day you're going to show up from work and it's going to look like it's dead. It's like yellow. Mm-hmm. Just pour some water in it and it'll come back to life.
Exactly. So that's also a test of how well you're doing. You know, when people walk in your house, if your plant's dying and all the stuff, out, like, we need to talk.
Do you when the leaves turn yellow, do you clip that one off?
They're going to fall off if you don't.
Okay.
Once they're yellow, they ain't coming. I mean, no, the yellow, give them some water. Make sure they're not dead, but that plant will lose leaves.
Okay.
It will.
All right. There you go. We're learning.
Yeah.
Learning something new every day. Boy, there's still a lot of people talking about tacos.
Well, it's a thing, man. It's Friday. Everybody's like, think about the time. About 6:30, everybody woke up a little grumble tumble, a little hungry, a little thinking about a little carne asada for a Friday, or maybe, if it was me, if I was up and I was going, I judge restaurants by their carne asada. I do. And that, it's not one's better than the other. It's just by mine. And then chilaquiles for breakfast, man. That is just the thought of a steaming hot plate of chilaquiles.
I'm a amigas guy.
See, we're very close. I just prefer a little bit more crunch, but dude, man.
So here's the question though. Like, do the places here in San Antonio, are they breakfast taco all day kind of places?
Of course, we're not animals.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you are, but not them.
Well, it's all day, meaning that if they're closing at 1.
Yeah. I mean when we get out of here, if I say I want a breakfast taco at 11 a.m.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
While we're running this break, I'm gonna check the board and I'm gonna pick a taco place. Now it's gonna have to be somewhere between here and my house.
Well, we'll figure it out. Pick the taco place first, and then we'll figure out how we eat it.
Okay. But I'm gonna try one of these places today, and I'm gonna come back on Monday. And whoever said it, if it's garbage, we're blocking you off the YouTube. You're done. This is your big shot.
I trust them.
All right. Get into the finals when we come back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz, Game 1 of the NBA Finals is in the book. I can't believe the action. We're going to talk about all of it.
Plus, Cowboys mini camps are in the books. We'll react to what John Machota saw all week long when he joins us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Febreze.
Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Introducing Lumi for Men, and we named him Mando. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman's brother, the inventor of Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, packages, and feet. Because we all know our pits aren't the only places we get odor. Mando Whole Body Deodorant is different from anything you've tried before. It stops odor before it starts, powered by our acidified technology. Mando controls odor anywhere you have it. Her patented whole body deodorant formula has over 200,000 five-star reviews. And because Mando has a 60-day stink-free guarantee, you can try Mando risk-free. Give Mando Whole Body Deodorant a try today and smell like the stink-free man you were intended to be.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 555 and get an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, 2 free products of your choice, and ships free with code 555. Go to shopmando.com, code 555. for an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack. That's shopmando.com, code 555.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-5407. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-5407. That's 800-575-5407. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Homeowners, ready to replace your windows or patio doors, but think it's going to be too expensive? Well, think again, because with Renewal by Andersen, you can get top quality, affordable windows and patio doors for no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Just text SCREEN to 200-300 right now for your free in-home window consultation and free price quote. Upgrade your home with new energy-efficient windows and doors installed by certified master installers from Renewal by Andersen and get their best in the nation 20-year warranty. Renewal by Andersen is the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. Act now and get your windows and patio doors stores for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text SCREAM to 200-300. Text the word SCREAM to 200-300. Don't wait. Text SCREAM to 200-300.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Talking tacos, baby. Vic said, you guys need to be out at 6:41, and I looked up and it's 6:39. Means we've failed at clock management.
Well, fail is a big word.
No, it's not that big. It's 6 letters.
Word. We have a little bit of space to land this plane.
Yeah,
a little bit of space. Now the runway is getting shorter and shorter the more I'm talking.
Okay,
like right now it's getting worse.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you to finish out this segment. Where am I going after the show? What? Give me my first spot.
I'm gonna go with one that is easy to find and it has on the Brigade Bar lots of approval. Las Palapas, they're a San Antonio staple, and they're all over town, and they're good. It's good.
Okay, I think there's one of those actually really close to my
place. Very
place.
Close to your place, and that's why I recommend it. Now, I did see one recommended over on Isom. Now, I have not been to, and I'm only recommending ones that are close to us or in between here and your place.
Okay. There's one on Walsum right there.
Yeah, there's one
right
on Walsum, right? Las Palapas. So yeah, that'd be. I'd go grab yourself a couple Las Palapas tacos.
Okay,
that's a good San Antonio thing.
Okay,
they do a good burrito. Too.
When do they open?
They're open now. I think they're 24 hours, aren't they? Are they?
No.
If they're not, they're open a lot.
Yeah, they're open early.
Yeah, they're already open.
Okay, so here's my idea. Where's Edwin right now?
He's in his studio. Yeah, he's on the computer right now.
I've got an important thing for Edwin to do right now.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna get in our orders, and Edwin's gonna make a run. I think that's what we got to do.
I think it's Friday.
It's Friday. All right, we'll be back. Wrap up hour number 1. We'll get our taco orders in. And yeah, we'll get this party going. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Score a trip for 4 to Orlando's most magical theme park, including airfare and hotel. Register now to win at SanAntonioSportsStar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Do you get to celebrate Dyslexia Month, G?
Yes.
That's interesting, G, because I must admit, when we give you copy points to read, you wrestle with it.
Yeah.
So between Gigi's dyslexia and your ADHD, it's also Imaginary Disease Month. Brought to you by I'm a Little OCD.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-736-2098. Now, drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-736-2098. That's 800-736-2098. What do you have to lose? Call 800-736-2098. Again, 800-736-2098.
You want another way to add excitement to watching the NBA playoffs? Jason Minix here. Let me tell you about Underdog Fantasy. It is a fan favorite way to play fantasy sports, especially playing the pick'em game, where you pick between 2 and 5 players to build your pick'em entry, and all you have to do is select higher or lower on player stats. If your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. Endless projections to choose from. It is fantasy and it is legal in Texas. So get started by going to the easy-to-use Underdog Fantasy mobile app or go to the website underdogfantasy.com. Sign up with my promo code STAR, and Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first pick'em entry and a deposit offer. Must be over 18 and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Again, sign up using my promo code STAR at underdogfantasy.com.
Rob Thompson here for my favorite fantasy app. It's Prize Picks. I'm just one of 3 million people that love more or less. Where else are you going to take a $10 play and turn it into 100x of your cash? It's Prize Picks. And as basketball winds down, the games continue. Yeah, lots of finals action there. More or less, you fantasy guys, you know how to play along with the other 5 million active members. More or less is all that matters. And in June, as basketball winds down, I have got the fun for you. Esports. Yeah, get in on esports every Wednesday and Saturday in June, and your lineup doesn't win, you'll get your entry fee back. Choose the Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, League of Legends. You know them. Go play them. Fantasy games elevated. More or less. It's easy. Take $10, turn it into 100x of cash, and it's so easy to play. Remember the code ALAMO. Go to prizepicks.com. Get yourself signed up. Use that fantasy knowledge. Go play today. That's Prize Picks and Alamo.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right, Taco Run is underway, and we did a change up. Last minute switcheroony.
Well, we went to one we haven't, that none of us have been.
We're trying something new. Somebody recommended Benny's
over on Waltham. I hope you're ready.
We're trying Benny's.
Coming your way.
Yeah, Benny's. Make sure it's good. If you're listening over there, Benny.
And somebody call them if you know them.
If you know Benny, tell him to make when he gets an order for 4 carne asada and 1 bean and cheese,
he'll know it's us.
He'll know it's us.
With the special sauce.
You'll never guess who ordered the bean and cheese.
Who was it?
It was Edwin.
Wow. Well, you know,
Edwin.
There's nothing wrong with the bean.
Are you
and cheese
against
for
tacos?
breakfast.
You're not trying to. You don't want to. Everybody says the carne asada is the best. You don't like it.
I've never had carne asada.
Well, why won't you try it?
I'm gonna go with what I know.
Oh man, you've got to expand your horizons.
He's not an adventurous eater.
I don't think he's an adventurous person.
No, but I mean, there's a place for that. There's
I said, hey,
safety, security. Knowing where you are and where you're going.
I said, part of your job today is to go make a taco run. And I mean, you would have thought I said, hey,
he commands the board. Though.
I need you to reinvent.
I'm not good with directions.
What does that mean?
I don't know where Benny's is.
Well, do you have a phone?
Yeah, but I'm still.
He doesn't trust her. I don't trust her either.
Man,
let the man just do the board.
So you just go. What if you've got to go to someplace new?
He doesn't go someplace new.
You don't go
He's
someplace
taken
new.
Places new, but he doesn't go.
You live in your world, right?
I've never even heard of Benny's, but I don't know where it is. So.
Okay. All right.
It was going to take the whole show for me to get there.
It's 7 minutes away.
We could have lost him, man. He might have left and
told me.
never come back.
That's
Which
true.
is something I might have done anyway.
That's true.
So I just got lost.
Now Vince is saying it's on Walsum. The tacos aren't good. Shake my head. Great.
Come on. We will be the judge of that.
Somebody
Just
says the
because you see
tacos
it
are good,
online,
then somebody says the tacos aren't good.
You can trust us.
You know
we
what?
know about what we speak, especially when it comes to something as
Are
sacred
tacos like
as
sex and
carne asada.
pizza?
No. There are indeed bad
There are bad
tacos.
ones?
Yes, there are
Okay.
indeed bad ones.
Well, we'll find out, Bubba. We're gonna find out today how good old Benny does. Hopefully he does better than the Mavericks did last night. When we talk about game one and the game two bounce back, the big question in my mind is, are the problems that the team who got their ass whooped in game one, are they fixable? Can repairs be made to the ship, or is it just going to sink? I'll ask you, Rob, as the basketball expert in the room. What you saw the Mavericks last night, is this something that they can fix, or are they just dead in the water?
No, they can fix it. Well, first of all, they're going to have to fix the Porzingis first quarter, which, you never know what's going to happen there. That was lightning. But the fix is their offense. They scored 89 points, 9 assists on that.
They did not move the ball at all.
They went to what the last year looked like, which was your turn, my turn. I'm looking at Irving's 6 of 19 for Kyrie, 12 of 26 for Luka. Selfish basketball, slow-footed defense turns into a beatdown like that. They cut it to 8 in the middle of the fourth quarter. They took care of the Porzingis problem. He wasn't a factor in the second half, though he was still a factor, but he wasn't the bucket factor.
Under 6.5 rebounds, though.
Yeah, I mean, he did come in on the under, so there's more work for him to do. He wasn't just extraordinary, but the separation early, you didn't even see Kyrie and Luka play the last 6-7 minutes.
Well, they
us,
tapped out.
Yeah, for those of us who are looking for a certain number here and there, that kind of mattered, but they didn't finish out. So I think it's fixable, but they have a history of winning the second game. They are good counterpunchers. That's why I think the analogy to Muhammad Ali is appropriate, because they're used to taking some punches, and they've gotten battered and beaten in first games badly.
Well, Luka had some words to say about being down 0-1 yet again.
Luka, you've obviously been here before, down 0-1 in a series. What do you remember about, the first round and the second round, what the next day was like for you guys? What did it look like? What did it feel like?
I don't remember. Just a little you lose or you win. First to 4, we got to focus on the next game.
Does that give you guys confidence, though?
Of course. You want me to say we have no confidence?
I just want to hear you say it. It's good for our stories.
Of course.
Yeah. Well,
don't get cheeky, sports boy. What? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm guessing Luka wasn't in the mood to give you a soundbite last night. What do you want me to say?
I know it's jingoistic and American, but he sounds like a Bond villain.
He does.
Would you like me to break you?
Yeah, he's not a.
I will break you.
I think those guys don't experience much joy in their lives.
You're right. I just get the sense that it's all kind of steely-eyed, and how will I take advantage of the situation?
I think that, and maybe this is maybe it's a bad thing, and maybe it's why other cultures hate Americans, because in our culture we emphasize joy. Like joy in life is important to Americans, and I think like work ethic and things like that are probably take a back seat sometimes, where in other cultures, I guess you don't have that option.
There's no time for joy.
The hard
Snow
work
is coming. Winter is
hard
near.
work, or you're gonna die. Like, if you don't get this well dug, what are we gonna do?
Seriously, he was overconfident last night. I mean, I know he was trying to carry the load and do all that, but you're gonna what's the old saying? A burden shared is a burden halved. I mean, my dude, you were just doing too much.
I mean, that's how. I mean, it's not like Luka's going to do less. This is what he is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying do less, but maybe before you take the shot, look around and see where the other 4 guys are.
You could do that. You could do that. Although, boy, wasn't much trust to be had in those guys either. It was all around just a disaster performance for the Mavericks. But I'm with you. It's hard for me to imagine that game 2 will look the same way. Because the truth is, outside of Porzingis in the first half, I don't know that the Celtics were special. They were hot from 3, but
well, the sad thing is they didn't have to be special, which was of great concern. That second quarter, Porzingis, for all intents, had slowed down. I mean, they had cooled him off, and they still couldn't close the gap because defensively they were just slow-footed. And offensively, they didn't offensive rebound very well, and they didn't share the ball. So you didn't give yourself a very much of an opportunity until you played about 9 minutes of really good basketball. In the middle of the third to the middle of the fourth, you really the Mavs played the kind of basketball that will win them games on the road, but they just ran out of gas. And, and then Tatum and Brown became Tatum and Brown, took them home.
And a lot of it is shot quality. And normally when I look at a box score and say, okay, this was a blowout, how did this happen? There's usually one of 3 things that is a difference maker. And I should say 4 things. Free throw rate can be one. Like, did one team get to the line a whole lot more? That's always possible. That was not the case last night. They got to the line the same amount. How about turnovers? Nope. It was in fact, the Mavericks had one less turnover than the Celtics did. So wasn't that. What about rebounding? No, the Celtics were +4 on the boards. It was 3-point shooting. I mean, that was the big difference, and that's the way that games turn into blowouts. One team shoots 38%, one team shoots 26%, one makes 7, one makes 16. Yeah.
20 times they've blown a team out by more than 20 points this year because of just that.
Yep. And we'll get more into this game on the other side. Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding the work with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-881-4242. That's 800-881-4242.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions. They'll tell you if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-948-5880. So if you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-948-5880 to speak with a live person now.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Because now at Staples, you can save up to $50 on your print purchase. From posters and flyers to signs and menus, Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. And with Staples Print Perfect Guarantee, it's done right or it's printed again free. Plus, same-day service is available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. Get it printed right at Staples. And now get up to $50 off your print purchase. And 76, visit staples.com/print for details.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called Select Quote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Introducing Lumi for Men, and we named him Mando. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, packages, and feet, because we all know our pits aren't the only place we get odor. Mando Whole Body Deodorant is different from anything you've ever tried before. It stops odor before it starts, powered by our acidified technology. Mando controls odor anywhere you have it. My patented whole body deodorant formula has over 200,000 five-star reviews. And because Mando has a 60-day stink-free guarantee, you can try Mando risk-free. Give Mando whole body deodorant a try today and smell like the stink-free man you were intended to be.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 1515 and get an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, 2 free products of your choice, and ships free with code 1515. Go to shopmando.com, code 1515 for an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack. That's shopmando.com, code 1515.
Score a trip for 4 to Orlando's most magical theme park, including airfare and hotel. Register now to win at SanAntonioSportsStar.com.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Game 1 of the NBA Finals was easy for the Celtics. They dominated the Mavericks 107-98. Game 2 is this Sunday. In college softball, the Oklahoma Sooners reign supreme. They are now the 4-time national champions, winning Game 3 decisively 8-4. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, baby. We just hit the quarter pole, Rob.
Picking up speed.
Man, I am feeling it.
Feeling it now, man. My feet are underneath me.
Feeling it.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, look at that. Who was that?
That's Pop.
Oh, me and Pop. Using the same lingo, huh?
Down with the kids.
Yeah. Now I'm indoctrinated into San Antonio.
Well, not quite. We're gonna have a Benny's taco that will further advance
That's true.
San Antonio.
That is true. What if Benny's stinks?
Well.
I mean, that's a bummer.
I'm gonna guess it.
Yeah, we're gonna find out who sent us to Benny's, and that thing's out. Well, that guy's out if it's no good. Claymore, here he is.
He's a Mavs.
Yeah, he's having to eat it today. He's eating the old bleep sandwich today. It ain't a good feeling, man. It ain't a good feeling.
Well, they're used
Says
to
the guy.
this.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, I'm a Bills fan who's used to seeing them play the Chiefs in the playoffs every year. I know what's going to happen every time, and it's just you don't want to go to work the next day, though. I can tell you that. It ain't fun. But it is what it is. And as we were saying, I think it's fixable. I don't think this is disaster just yet. And especially the reason why, we talked about this yesterday, Rob, the reason why I didn't want to bet the Mavericks plus 6.5, even though I felt that was just such a big number, is the Boston Celtics seem to dominate game ones of series, and the Mavericks seem to just stink in game ones. They need to find their footing. I expect they will. Game 2 opened at 7, plus 7 for the Mavericks. I imagine this is something that you see pretty standard, especially when you get to the finals or a big game. If a team gets blown out, I mean, people are giving up on these guys. Like you will see, nobody's going to go up to the window at Caesars or at MGM and go, yeah, let me get 10K on the team that just got blown out by 20. They're not into that. Like the average dude is just like, no, average dude who's there to, make a couple bets. Let's say he's betting 1,000, not betting 20,000. The $20,000 guys, they're not making silly bets. The 500, that guy who's showing up, I'm a Celtics fan. We just beat the crap out of them. Let's bet the Celtics again. Those guys, that adds up, man, and it pushes that number the wrong way. I'm going to wait until close to tip off, and I'm going to hope that I can get 7.5, 8 points on the Mavericks, and that's the way I'm going to go.
I don't think it'll grow that high.
I
think money is going to start coming in. First of all, let's look back.
There is the bounce back thing that most people have figured out, that if a team in the playoffs loses game 1, they're going to fight like hell in game 2. You can't fall down 2-0.
So I there's that. But what did you think of Kidd yesterday? I've been giving him some praises. I certainly they came out a little flat. Their rookies look like rookies, and their vets played like they had too much to lose.
To me, as a guy, and I never played organized. Well, I shouldn't say never. I never played organized basketball after like 7th grade.
Doesn't matter. Game's a game.
But like to me, a coach's job, especially as you get into the higher levels, is to put the guys in charge of the ball, like make sure that they know what. I don't know that the bigs matter as much. I think the guys who handle the ball need to know what you want them to do. They need to know the game plan. I can't imagine Jason Kidd went up to Kyrie Irving and Luka last night and said, "Hey, you're my 2 primary ball handlers. What I want you to do is be a freaking black hole." There's no way Jason Kidd said that. And so do I want to say he did a bad job? Sure. I mean, he didn't do a good job, because if he did a good job, his guys would have done what he told them to do, or he would have told them something different. But to me, this one, it's on the players. Like I think Kyrie and Luka both went in and looked like 2022 Kyrie and 2022 Luka. And 2022, those guys aren't winning this series. I can tell it has to be what we've seen in this playoff run, where they share the ball, they're making teammates better.
Mm-hmm.
That was the opposite of what I saw last night.
And when you have guys like that, and there's that, these were all sins of commission. I mean, it wasn't for lack of effort that things went south. They were trying to do too much, both of them. And the other guy wasn't successful. So you see, I'm Luka, and Kyrie has always been the guy that kind of filled the rest of the room up with whatever was required. And I don't have it tonight. I think Luka realized real early on, this is going to be a grind. For me to be the guy that they're going to want me to be, I'm going to take 25, 30 shots because I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And he was grinding. And I think he kept waiting for Kyrie to come and fill the void. So he stood back and watched. So sometimes when we get mad at a player for, why aren't you sharing? Well, somebody has to be in a position for me to share with. And I think there was a little bit of standing around like, well, one of you two figure out and carry us there. And it just, neither one of them found it. I look at Kidd going, I probably, if in hindsight watching the film, I would have pulled one of those two dudes off and let one guy find his rhythm alone, and then maybe get them back on the court together to see if that would work out. That would be the only hindsight thing. I think it was sins of commission. I think they'll find their stretch here with a little bit of a day of some film and prep.
When I say 2 years ago, Luka, what I'm talking about is Luka who stands in one spot with his hands in front of his chest, waiting for someone to give him the ball, and doesn't move. That's the Luka we saw last night, and it's not the Luka we've seen.
Because I think he was trying to be beneficial to Kyrie, because I think he felt like, hey, I don't have it tonight. Kyrie, go get it. So I'm going to stand out of your way. Go do it. Well, so that Kyrie couldn't do it either. But both of them, I think, were waiting for the other. One of us is going to get hot, and neither one of them did.
Another number that jumped off to me as alarming is the Celtics blocked 9 shots. The Mavericks blocked 1. Like, and I mean, it was a lot of like going to the rim, going for a layup, and just getting it eaten up.
Porzingis.
But I mean, hell, Porzingis only played 20 minutes. It
seemed like he was in the game all night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He seemed like he was never off the court. And even when he wasn't, people were afraid of the paint.
I guess the other question we should ask is how much of Luka's struggles should we credit Drew Holiday for? Because we talked about him being an important factor. He did not get in foul trouble. In fact, none of the Celtics were in foul trouble, none of the Celtics guards. And I said that was kind of a key thing. Now, outside of Derek Lively, I don't think anybody got in foul trouble last night, really. But we talked about the guards who are going to be assigned to Luka. They have to stay out of foul trouble. And I think Drew Holiday, like with 5 minutes left in the second quarter, got his second foul. And I was like, uh-oh, here we go. But then he only had one more for the rest of the game. Did a good job keeping his nose clean.
Yeah, it's a track meet.
And I want to say, like, man, it could have been more, like maybe the Mavericks need to be more aggressive. But when you're getting all your bleep packed every time you go to the rim, it's like, what do you do?
How many times did you hear Gafford or Lively's name called last night?
I heard Derek Lively's name called 5 times when he got called for fouls.
That's hand up. That doesn't count. I'm talking about when his hand's up. I don't care about that one.
Derek Lively, 18 minutes, 2 points.
Rookies. They play like rookies, and I don't think they expected the onslaught of Porzingis. And you talked about it. Well, whenever Porzingis plays, he's there to spread the court, and as soon as you spread the court, Gafford and Lively become much less valuable, and you're going to have to be able to find your niche in there. And if you're not offensive rebounding and you're not running the court, what exactly are you doing out there?
Although, couldn't you argue that Lively, who did such a great job on Karl Anthony Towns, and we gave him credit because he didn't let Karl Anthony Towns do the things he wants to do, couldn't you say that defending Karl Anthony Towns is almost like defending Porzingis? It's not all that different.
I think you're exactly right. But Derek Lively is a rookie, and all he has to go on for Porzingis is some film. Porzingis hadn't played in 39 days. So I think he got a taste of what the absolute max Porzingis looks like. When you want to see Porzingis at 10, he's on fire. You got him for long enough for Lively to understand what that's going to be like. So I don't think that'll be the same. But if Porzingis is what he looked like yesterday, I think this could be one of those momentum things that there's no slowing down. There might not be an answer for the Mavericks.
No, you might be right, man. It's now obviously the goal is to move on, and that's what Kyrie's saying. It seems like all these guys are saying the same thing. Like, we got to put it behind them. Here's what Kyrie had to say after game one.
We just had to get this one out the way, and we didn't perform the way we would have wanted to tonight. It starts with me just being able to get out there and get us settled, just going out there and getting used to the way that the kind of environment was going to be. But I think my teammates did a great job of staying together, sticking to the game plan. We obviously made some mistakes, like I said, but we gave ourselves a chance in the second half, and we just got to continue to do the right things and win the quarters as much as we can. They came out and hit us in the mouth early. It's not really like us to give up 37 points. It's happened to us before in the playoffs, but we just want to make it a lot tougher on them and get them rolling like that. They play a very easy game the rest of the game, and we just got to hit them in the mouth a little bit. So they did their job getting game one, but we're going to take our lessons and get ready for a good game two.
I guess that's all you can do. They have to change up. Again, Porzingis is clearly healthy. They have to change things up. They've got to figure out a better way to stop him. I think it starts with Derek Lively. He's got to be better. PJ Washington may have to take on some of that responsibility. I don't know.
Those guys are all afterthoughts, AJ.
Yeah.
The way they win this is Kyrie and Luka.
His offense.
Everything it's them, and everything they do, the rest of those guys will feed off of. But there's no question. If those dudes don't show up, they ain't gonna win. It'll be fast.
Jason says, AJ said, take everything under with Porzingis yesterday. Booked it, lost money. Thanks, man. You should have gone 1-1. I mean, that's what I went 1-1. The points were gone immediately. Rebounds hit.
Right before game, calling nods is crazy, but I was kind of on your side, and then I saw Joe Fortenbaugh on ESPN talking about fresh legs and weeks off and showing me numbers of what these guys look like after time off, and I thought, I'm going over on everything, baby. Didn't work out. Didn't. So
also, I mean, if you watch the first minute of that game, there were 10 points scored. I mean, everybody was.
Yeah, sadly, I didn't bet that line, but it worked out anyway.
You did, yeah. 196 didn't even come close to going over in the game. Which the first quarter was the only quarter where there was more than 50 points scored in a quarter, and the total was 217 at tip. Went from 215 and a half, 216 was 217, 217 and a half at tip off. So it was a lot of money coming in on the over, and just never really got there. I was thinking about the over too, but yeah, you could tell there was some rust.
They're going back at it on Saturday,
right?
Saturday. I would like to, I can't wait, and this is kind of a nerdy of me, to go back and watch that third quarter and see what they did.
Sunday.
Is it Sunday?
Oh my
So they're gonna have
gosh.
some. Yeah, they're gonna stretch this thing out as
Why
long
are
as
we
possible.
doing this?
Give you a chance to go watch the Acolyte, but you can. I want to see what they did in the third quarter to cut it, and some of it was, I think, what they were doing, but I also think some of it was, Boston became a little bit of what Boston is.
I can tell you what happened. Kristaps Porzingis sat down.
Yeah, he kind of did, but he was. But yeah, he did sit down. And was it Boston just calling off the dogs, or did Dallas do something right to get back? It's probably an answer, a little bit of both. But what did Dallas do right to get themselves back to 8? Because it was a grind down. I don't remember any specific, 6-4 or 6-0 runs. It was just rebound, shot, rebound, and they did the right things in there. How did they do it? Was it? I feel like it was back to Luka controlling the ball and pace to the extent that they just got better shots, but there was nobody able to get more shots than Luka. And if that's the case, Boston might be in trouble. If that's not the case, that best part of the game, that 8 minutes, if that's not repletable, I thought it was 6. This could be a 5er, man. This could happen real fast if they don't find the answer.
That'd be pretty disappointing if they get all this way and it's just a blowout. All right. When we come back, and we'll get into more of this finals, and we'll talk about some more adjustments that the Mavericks can make. I want to talk about the NFL for a minute and doing this game in Brazil. I mean, if you're having to warn your teams about their safety, I don't know if you should be playing a game in Brazil. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pork rinds pack a protein punch and are the boldest low-carb snacks out there. Skip the chip and try Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds for that ultimate crunch. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, the time to stock up on Southern Recipe at H-E-B is now. Southern Recipe small batch pork rind. Be big, be bold, be adventurous.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-5407. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-5407. That's 800-575-5407. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textblend.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. apply. Stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Homeowners, ready to replace your windows or patio doors, but think it's going to be too expensive? Well, think again, because with Renewal by Andersen, you can get top quality, affordable windows and patio doors for no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Just text SCREEN to 200-300 right now for your free in-home window consultation and free price quote. Upgrade your home with new energy-efficient windows and doors installed by certified master installers from Renewal by Andersen and get their best in the nation 20-year warranty. Renewal by Andersen is the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. Act now and get your windows and patio doors for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text SCREEN to 200-300. Text the word SCREEN to 200-300. Don't wait. Text SCREEN to 200-300.
Nigel, I'm going on vacation. Don't touch anything.
I won't let you down. Enjoy your time off, J-Dog.
Folks, it's good to take time off, but your home's plumbing and air conditioning, well, when they decide to take a surprise vacation or start working overtime, that's a problem. Call Quarter Moon and we'll get things back on track, working right and at a fair price. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Okay, team, I've supercharged the coffee machine. It's extra hot and dispenses 10 times faster. Allow me to push the button. Quick, call the plumber!
License number TACLA 88589E M16004. Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right. Tacos devoured. Did you eat yours yet, Vic?
Not yet. I'll eat it right now.
Have you tried it?
No. Let me see.
Okay.
Thumbs up, brother.
Not
Thumbs
bad.
up.
Whoever said Benny's is garbage is wrong. That's a good taco.
Benny's Carne Asada, thumbs up from the Morning Huddle.
I could
well
use
done.
a little more thickness on the tortilla.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
they're a little
have been-
thin. But I like the consistency of it. It's a little gummy. I'm not a big fluffy tortilla guy. I like them a little bit more with a little bit more grease in them.
But I thought the meat was solid.
Done.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Benny's on Walsham.
What's the what was our price point?
Yeah, what was our price point?
What's a carne asada taco cost there?
I don't know, but everything was $19.47.
So that's total, and we had 4 plus
bean and cheese.
Bean and cheese.
So
So respect there. But what was the ambiance like? How were you treated in the drive-through, and how did you treat your drive-through server?
she was hot, and
Oh.
she was so hot. It's one of those women you're scared of because she's too hot.
Really? Working at the drive-through at a taco place?
What I said.
Did you give her your number?
No, but there was a tip jar, but I don't have
Did
any
you have her
cash.
lean out did you hold the card so she had to reach towards
Yeah,
you?
she
Like,
said
you
something,
to
but
pull it
AJ's
back?
radio, I didn't know how to turn down his radio, so I don't know what she said. I just said, thank you.
There's multiple ways to
I
turn down the
know.
radio in my car.
I figured it out later on the way back, but it
Okay.
was too late.
Did you have it all the way up when you pulled up to see the hot?
It's whatever volume he had it on, so
What
it's kind of
song
medium.
was on?
No, it was a ESPN radio.
Oh, so you had
on Sirius.
Yeah, 'cause the last time I was listening to the radio, I listened to my phone on the way in. So the last time I was listening to the radio was last night at halftime, coming home from the Roo Pub, because we watched the first half out there at the Roo Pub. Me and my boys did. Jason and Joe were out there, but then they left. They had stuff to do, I
They'd
guess.
been at
So
work.
yeah, so we hung out and watched the first half of the game, and I listened on the way home. So whatever volume it was at is probably the volume that I would listen to something on my phone has to be higher than
Right.
if it
Yeah.
it goes over
That's
the
what
radio.
it was. Yeah.
So the radio's probably just yelling at you.
Listening to our station really loud.
No, this is national ESPN on the Sirius. Like
Yeah.
that's what it defaults to. If
I was trying to switch it back to us, but I just wanted to get to the place and back.
Did you adjust my seat and everything? Or?
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah, no, we're about. No, you're a little bit taller, but the seating was perfect.
Okay,
actually.
good.
Yeah,
good.
Which
All
is
right.
the biggest hassle when my wife drives my car.
Oh yeah, you're trying to
try to fold yourself into the car and end up on the ground.
Well, my wife does is she likes to stuff trash in the side compartment, like the side pocket of the door. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I do that too.
But do you throw it away eventually?
At some point, yes.
Like when it overflows?
When I sell the car.
Oh my God, you are an animal. You are an animal. So what we're saying is 5 tacos, less than $20.
I think we've got a Friday thing going here.
That wasn't bad.
I think
that's not bad.
So
That's pretty good.
Next Friday, I'm buying, and we'll figure out, and we'll have another breakfast. And
Okay.
Benny's made the list as an A. We appreciate their carne asada. Now, Edwin's got the bean and cheese, but how do you screw up a bean and cheese? I mean, seriously.
I don't know.
I mean, if it doesn't come in other than bean and cheese better start at average. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's less than average, what are you doing?
What if the beans are only fried once and not refried?
Well, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
We know. Even
We
us
can
gringos
tell.
know when there's been
fried beans? What?
Yuck. Have you ever refried a bean?
No.
I've tried. It's an art.
Well,
It's an art. I mean, that's one that escapes me.
I'm telling you, I still think about the refried beans at that place in New Braunfels.
Respect.
I'm gonna.
All right.
I don't live there anymore. I was living there from like my
You're
first
going to be
month
heading
there.
that direction in a very near future.
Yeah.
Pull over either on your way or on your way back.
It might be the
Get
move.
you some taquitos.
Man, that damn. They had great carne asada, great
I think you found a
migas, and the tortilla that they give you was like.
Well, you've hit the mother load.
Yeah, it was solid,
That's
man.
like the Marion Woman type.
But it's not by my house anymore.
Well,
So
sometimes you got to sneak away.
well, maybe so.
But there are others. And if you do have your recommendations, I think we've found ourselves a Friday thing. Now, we're going to start on this part of town. Don't make us drive too far. But if you're over on the northeast side and have a recommendation, let us know, and we'll try something next Friday.
Yeah. Or you have a
Congrats,
business.
Benny's.
You want to
And yeah, we'd be happy to go eat at your restaurant and invite people there. if you'd
yeah,
like
to
to
do
be
that as
sensitive.
well. All right. Let's talk about this Brazil situation. There's going to be a football game played in Brazil, and when I say a football game in Brazil, I mean like a National Football League football game. This sounds terrifying.
Well,
the Eagles and the Packers are going to be playing in Brazil, and they have been told neither of you can wear green uniforms because of the gangs. Yeah. Well, why would you pick the Eagles and the Packers? On top of that,
I was going to say, are they getting special throwbacks? Are they going to wear this time?
Yeah, like, how about Chiefs Raiders? I promise nobody's wearing green. You know, would have been the move. Teams will be forced to stay in the hotel all week, travel in armored vehicles. This is, I'm putting it down now. I get like you want to expand the game, you want to branch out. Like I said, when I was fighting, my MMA coach, I wanted to go train in Brazil, and he was like, never go Brazil without me. Like, okay, why? Brazil, like when you see it on TV, it's like beaches, it's beautiful.
Yeah, the Copacabana Beach.
There's mountains, and I mean, it's there's big giant Jesus standing on the mountain, right? Like he's watching you. Who's going to do crime when that giant Jesus with his arms spread out is watching you?
Sorting them out.
Which, by the way, what an odd pose for Jesus with the arms like that, right? Whose idea was that?
I don't. Yeah,
I think it's somebody who was like, what do we do with his hands?
Well, you've ever seen before a high diver goes off the edge? They put their arms out.
Because I guess it's like he couldn't put his hands in his pockets. That would have been weird.
Did his robes have pockets?
I'm guessing not. He couldn't have crossed his arms because then he'd look like angry Jesus. Yeah. He wouldn't be in prayer pose because who'd he be praying to? It's Jesus.
Well, he prayed.
But then, like, I don't know. I don't know how.
It looks like he's getting ready to dive, like he's squaring off to get his balance before he goes off the top there.
Maybe he should have done like a wave, like
a papal wave, like the papal wave with the ring facing out, like here.
Yeah,
this kind of, or do you do the howdy wave?
I think I
think Jesus would do the papal wave, hand in, ring out,
or maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Or
I mean, I
the
guess
DJ wave, like
the more I've thought about it, like maybe that's the only thing he could have done.
Yeah,
Jesus can't do this.
No, you're right.
No,
that's not a good wave for anybody. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Well, then I mean, Jesus could have owned that before anybody else did.
We're taking it back.
When did that statue get built? 1922.
Oh,
yeah. That predates.
It's quite striking.
How tall is that thing?
I would like to go and see
125 feet. No, you wouldn't.
Well, I'd take the armored car.
Wear red,
and I'd wear red. I mean, we're making fun of it. I mean, if we were playing a game in South Central in the middle of the '80s, I'd tell everybody don't wear red or blue.
Right, that was the middle of the '80s.
Well, I mean, they're a couple decades behind us. It's
well, here's the question. If green is for gang affiliation, what's the opposing gang's color? Because they're saying don't wear green. Well, what's the other side wearing? If you're going to get shot up for wearing green, that means the other set has to have a color, right?
Okay, so I'm looking at this. The game there is a Brazilian soccer team known as the Corinthians.
Okay. First or second?
Come
on.
Done.
Hey!
Well done. It took me a second to lob that one back. Their rival is the Palmeiras. They wear green uniforms. And according to The Guardian, the Corinthians have a policy of never wearing the color green, which is linked to the rivalry with the Palmeiras. So it goes back to some kind of internal rivalry that's been going on, and they don't want the gangs to get confused about this club's rivalry with this modern club rivalry. It's a mess.
So do you think fans are going to follow that rule?
I thought we were told we're not supposed to go down there. I thought that was like the State Department said there's kind of like a travel advisory for Brazil. So I'm not even sure they want us to go.
I'm not going.
But wouldn't you love to, man? I mean, I've always been told that Sao Paulo.
I've heard the same, man.
Lovely place to be.
I've heard
at least certain areas.
Here's what Josh Jacobs had to say. Because they talked to him about, like they warned him of what's dangerous in Brazil.
In Brazil, man, what are you most excited about?
They said that the part of Brazil we going to, you can't even wear green at.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Why?
They said, like, I guess something to do with the gangs and stuff. They said,
"Oh, dude, I'm not going. I'm not going."
They said we're not going to Rio. We going to. They told us they was like, man, it's one of them places where they probably won't even let us leave.
A full team. Oh damn, I'm not going, dude. No,
I was picturing green. That's
Wait, what color? Yeah, what color green?
They probably gonna have like armored vehicles following us. I said, bro, why are we out here? Why are we here?
I'm picturing Josh Jacobs like hanging out on the beach, right? But it doesn't sound like that kind of trip.
Bro, I was looking forward to it. I'm like, man, it's about to be a fun week. They got telling us all of that. They're like, yeah, nah, it's not gonna be like that. I'm like, yeah, all right.
All right, so cancel that trip. All right, we good.
Glad we got the inside.
So just so I know, what's the color of the other gang?
I have no idea. That's what I asked.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
They was like, man, look, just pack just black and white colors, because they was like, man, when you come out here, we don't want no mishaps.
Oh, that's wild, dude. All right. That's funny.
The color of the flag, I'm like, the flag is green.
Yeah, that's Josh Jacobs on the Greenlight podcast with Chris Long. I get that there's money to be made down there. I get it. There's gold in them hills. You want to get money. If you're the NFL, you want to get money from everywhere. Coca-Cola and McDonald's, they want to sell product in Brazil just like they do in Russia and, wherever they can sell it. I get it. But
it also could be a ploy by the NFL and the coaches to say, man, that place is so dangerous. You guys can't even leave the resort. It's so dangerous that you guys can't go anywhere that you can get in trouble. So you're going to have to stay here.
Because when they go to Mexico City, there's no rules put on them, right? Like it's
No, I'm sure
teams have rules, but the NFL, there's no armored cars.
Rio is not, there's going to be a fair amount of security. The entire country's kind of excited to have the NFL.
That's what I would
They're
think.
going to be cleaning house before they get there. So I have a sense that the general safety of our players is not the worry. But at the same time, if I'm affiliated with the NFL and I want to ensure this, I make sure I make the players so afraid to leave wherever their campus is, so I don't even have to worry about it, even if it's not as dangerous as it's being led up to be. And then you say, oh, by the way, if you wear green, you will die in the street. I'm like, what? So
what do you mean? I play for the Eagles. Like,
well, then I guess you're gonna have to stay in the resort.
Sorry, friend.
And not go anywhere where you could get yourself and the NFL in trouble. Because I remember an Olympics down in Brazil where there was a couple of divers that like sped to the airport and got on a plane just in time to get out of the country. So anytime you take a full football team who have to take passports, you want to talk about a nervous coach.
So do we assume that what are the Eagles going to wear?
White.
Okay, with green trim.
They're going to wear their team green. I mean, this has been made. This is a big deal for the NFL. The NFL views Brazil like the NBA looked at Africa 25 years ago. They view Brazil because of the indigenous population's love of athletics and sports. They're putting out basketball, but this is a new one. They're investing millions and millions of dollars. There's coaches down there right now putting together programs. This is a big deal for the NFL. They're going to be wearing their team colors, and we're not going to know anything about anything that's going off the field.
Maybe the Packers can wear those blue and yellow, like those Notre Dame looking jerseys that they bring out every once in a while.
They wear the old Giant ones that because the Giants evidently now have a new uniform.
Those look. I don't like them at all.
This is interesting, but it just sounds like we're making a big deal out of something that sounds to me like a way to corral the players when they get down to Brazil, so afraid to leave the campus. Like this way, they'll stay there. We'll put them in green, and they'll practice down there, and we'll look pretty doing it.
Well, good luck, Packers and Eagles.
I think I am surprised that they chose Sao Paulo over Rio, but
yeah. I mean, I'm sure both have stadiums that could handle it.
Yeah, Brazil's a long way away from having the infrastructure to support the NFL or anything consistent. But I'm telling you, from what I've read, what the NFL is actually spending down there right now to kind of grow the game, it is a fair amount of money. This is a big deal to them.
I mean, Sao Paulo is it's the biggest city in. I think if I'm not mistaken, Sao Paulo is the biggest city in the Western Hemisphere.
It wouldn't shock me. I know that in Mexico City are right neck and neck. I get it. I mean, it looks like it should be a place where the NFL should want to be, and there should be a desire for it, and I think there will be. Just don't wear green.
Yeah. As of 2022. Sao Paulo is Brazil's largest city by population, around 11.45 million, the most populous city in the Western Hemisphere, the Southern Hemisphere, and the Americas, fourth largest city in the world by population. When including the metro area, which includes suburbs and favelas,
which is where the gangs are, right?
The population of Sao Paulo can reach over 15 million. That's a lot of people. Jeez. All right. Well, good luck on making that trip. I'm trying to go where I want to go to the beach. Give me the beach. No favelas in sight.
Okay. You got Brazil. You're a player. Which one? Because Brazil, to me, I'm naming those three. That might be the one I'd want to go to.
Brazil sounded awesome until I hear, you can't wear green because you might die. I don't want that.
Well, there's 15 million people living there. Somebody's wearing green.
If I hadn't been warned previously about going to Brazil as an American, maybe it'd be different, because my thought before I was told this by a Brazilian was Brazil's a beautiful place. It's like paradise. I'd want to go there. And he's like, oh, no. Don't make no mistake. You don't want to be there. That worries me. No one's ever told me I wouldn't go to Frankfurt if I were you.
Boy, if you're going to Frankfurt, you better be packing.
Don't wear red. Don't wear red in Frankfurt. They'll get your ass. I've never heard that.
You ever been to South Frankfurt at sundown? You don't want to be down there, man.
The favelas of Frankfurt. Ooh.
The kraut be flying.
And I'm sure, you know what? I went to a game in London, and I'm sure there's shoddy parts of London, just like every other major city, and I'm even Frankfurt. I never saw them. Like the way that it's presented is,
well, my experience has always been even their ghettos look nice. Like their ghettos look cool. You're like, this is the bad part of town because where I'm from, this looks pretty old and cool.
My biggest complaint about London is that like Wembley Stadium is far from the city, like the downtown. The airport is way far from everything.
That means you landed at Heathrow.
Yeah. Like get it together
out there.
Get us close. You got to land and then take another plane. Give me a break.
Fly to Gatwick.
All right. When we on the other side, we're going to talk more about the NBA Finals and more about this Dan Hurley situation. It looks like it's gaining steam.
California dreaming.
It might be happening here. It's the Morning Huddle 941 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz, Game 1 of the NBA Finals is in the book. I can't believe the action. We're going to talk about all of it.
Plus, Cowboys mini camps are in the books. We'll react to what John Machota saw all week long when he joined us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
A 62-year-old Florida man was pulled over half an ounce of meth in his pants.
I'm driving from Nashville to Orlando to see if I can look up Goofy County. Goofy looks to me like the kind of man who like to buy a little methamphetamine.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions. They'll tell you if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-948-5880. So if you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-948-5880 to speak with a live person now.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind. The new Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with new Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9313. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-575-9313. That's 800-575-9313. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You want another way to add excitement to watching the NBA playoffs? Jason Minix here. Let me tell you about Underdog Fantasy. It is a fan favorite way to play fantasy sports, especially playing the pick'em game, where you pick between 2 and 5 players to build your pick'em entry, and all you have to do is select higher or lower on player stats. If your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. Endless projections to choose from. It is fantasy and it is legal in Texas. So get started by going to the easy-to-use Underdog Fantasy mobile app or go to the website underdogfantasy.com. Sign up with my promo code STAR and Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first pick'em entry and a deposit offer. Must be over 18 and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Again, sign up using my promo code STAR at underdogfantasy.com. This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Bad news. We keep talking about, man, if the Mavericks can do this or the Mavericks can do that, they can get back in it. This thing might have been over before it started. I didn't know this yesterday when I was like, yeah, I kind of like the Mavericks to win the series. Drake has weighed in.
Well, I thought you were going to give me something about
Drake put up $500,000 on the Mavs to win the finals.
Why do we know this?
Because why do you think he posted it on?
Good for him.
Posted it on his Instagram. He took to Instagram on Thursday to announce that he's back in the Mavs. Posted a screenshot. Bet $500K on Dallas taking the championship, and he said in the caption, he said, "Quote, Dallas, because I'm a Texan."
Oh, that's right. He's in Houston now, isn't he?
Well, no, he's in Washington County. Bought a 313-acre ranch out in Washington County.
I don't know where that is. Where's
Washington on the Brazos? Like
so still East Texas, just not Houston. Okay.
I don't claim that. Is it Goldfinger who questions if I'm Prudo-Texan? Drake's not Texan.
No, sorry.
If there's questions about me being a Texan, Drake is certainly not a Texan. He's Canadian.
I mean, he can't become. You can adopt and be welcomed in, but you have to earn it, and he's far from that.
Well, it'd start with winning some titles. Here's some of his wagers. He had Alabama. They lost the 2019. They lost 44-16 with him backing them. He showed up at the Toronto Maple Leafs game in 2019 wearing a jersey, cost him the Stanley Cup. Serena Williams knocked out of the semifinals of the 2015 U.S. Open amidst rumors of her being romantically involved with Drake. And then Jake Paul lost in 2023, lost to Tommy Fury after Drake bet $1.2 million on him.
So is he like the male Kardashian?
He's like the
he'll take your legs.
No, he's like the he's like Ted Cruz.
Well,
he did get one right recently though. He had $1.15 million on Kansas City in the Super Bowl. And
sounds like he's a front runner.
And he said, I can't bet against the Swifties. So he got that one right. I just don't know if I feel good about this one.
Dallas has Drake. So Boston has the Wahlberg brothers. That's who their stars are. Anybody else Boston fans that we see in the? It's just him, right? I saw him. They showed, but it wasn't the Wahlberg we know.
No, it's Mark Wahlberg. He's the most famous.
So no, but I thought I saw a picture of the other one.
You saw Donnie,
the TV cop, the one that hosts like
that he's most famous from being in the New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, well, that one. Well, I thought that was the most famous.
No, Mark Wahlberg is.
Wasn't he a New Kid? No, he was a younger brother of the New Kids.
He was. He was Marky Mark from the Funky Bunch.
That's it, Marky Mark.
But yeah, Mark Wahlberg's the one in like Ted. And
yeah, that's okay. I get the names confused. So Don is the one that does like detective.
Yeah, and I think Donnie mostly does like I think he's a lot more hands-on like the burger selling and stuff like that.
That's right. They have the Wahlburgers. It's
Yeah.
all coming together, and so only Dallas of that big metroplex, all they can come up with is a Canadian from Houston. Come on, Dallas Maverick fan.
Yeah, not great.
I know Micah. The Cowboys were kind of in there for a minute.
Usually they've got like Ben Affleck's usually at the games and Matt Damon.
For the Mavs?
No, for the Celtics.
Oh, yeah, that would make more sense.
Tom Brady comes sometimes. Dana White will show up at the Celtics games. I don't know who the celebrity Mavs fans are.
It's got to be. I mean, it's Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, I hope. I guess Drake is probably going to make the trip. He's got a big investment in him, but I don't know that I don't feverishly watch the Mavericks, but I'm guessing. I know Patrick Mahomes is a Mavs fan.
That's do other athletes count? I was thinking like movie star, other stuff, but I guess they're gonna have. To
he's Jamie Foxx is a Mavs fan.
Yeah, he is a Dallas type. That's right. He's from Terrell,
and I think Post Malone
also
is a Mavericks fan.
So that counts. All right.
So there'll be some.
Our biggest star was Vanessa. Tony's ex-wife.
Oh, what is her name? I forgot her name.
That's the biggest we got.
That's it.
There was a couple of like one of the guys that played was it Army Archer that had something going on down here?
I don't know.
Think it was a bit. We don't have too many big stars.
We got to get one, man.
Well,
it says the most famous San Antonio Spurs fans: Selena Gomez.
We'll take that.
Tommy Lee Jones.
I texted him. We'll take that.
Ava Longoria.
That's it, Ava.
Does she still?
Yeah, why not? I'm early in the morning. I need more coffee. That's who I meant.
Are they still a thing?
Oh, no.
But she kept with the Spurs.
Well, she's Corpus Christi still. She's
okay.
She's put
also George Strait and Shawn Michaels.
Well, see, they're just naming people that live here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure they're Spurs fans. I'm talking about people that are going to represent. Show up in a jersey, sit in the front row, talk trash to the other team.
Shawn Michaels isn't going to do that?
Shawn has been around. I've seen him do it.
What about McConaughey? Does he ever come down here for games?
Nah, I've never seen him. Uvalde is basically his stomping grounds, and I don't think San Antonio's ever been part of his life.
Okay. Well, Samuel L. Jackson?
Get out of here.
Loves them when they're good, calls them out when they're bad, but actor Samuel L. Jackson is a Spurs fan through and through.
Good for him. I've never seen him at a game.
Yeah, he's a poser. Poser.
Doesn't mean he hadn't been there, but I have never seen him. Maybe when they're in L.A.
Becky Hammon.
I've seen her at a few games. She's gotten some pretty good seats, too. Never got to be the best seat. I got to stand behind or beside the best seat.
Oh, and Michelle Beadle.
Well, yeah.
What's she do now?
She's got a podcast cooking. She does work with the Spurs.
Okay.
She does their Spurs broadcast.
So that doesn't count.
Michelle Beadle doesn't count. She started with the Spurs and she's now working with the Spurs.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
But it's a lovely thing to have. We're happy for Michelle.
Yeah, Selena Gomez is pretty famous though. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's about as good as we got.
If the Spurs, we'll know when if and when the Spurs ever get to the finals.
Oh, they'll come out of the woodwork by then.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll know.
But Eva has been there from.
And I bet we get some new French celebrities.
Are there any French celebrities that we care about? I can't think of any other than, none.
Brigitte Bardot?
Well, yeah. Is she still alive?
Oh, I don't know. Gerard Depardieu.
See, like weird looking French male sex symbols.
Jacques Cousteau.
Well, I'm all about the water, but I don't think he's alive.
Oh, well,
I think that guy's long gone.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not sure the French really they're just gonna show up in funny clothes, designered, weird clothes.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any famous French people that I would want to be like, oh yeah, that guy showed up.
I think we got him. I think we've got the most famous one. We've got the top two. We've got Tony and Wimby.
Coco Chanel?
She slept with the Nazis. We don't count her.
Oh,
we're not allowed to bring that up.
Woof. Well, was that forced? Because they were
There are
invaded.
There are a lot that say that she was just doing it for her business and fun.
Yeah, that's not good. Joan of Arc is French.
And look what happened to her.
Yeah,
set her on fire.
That's true. King Louis XIV.
Look what happened to him.
Man, yeah, you're right. It's bad history.
It doesn't work out well.
That makes me worry
they lived
about
good for a while, but the end is sudden.
It makes me worry about Wimby.
Well, yeah. Yes, absolutely. We got about 8 years.
Oh, no. Definitely don't draft one of those other ones. Disaster.
Have you ever heard the rumors that the Frenchies won't even work out for Atlanta? They won't even like we've been reading about Atlanta. We do not want to
really.
Yeah, they won't even. There's rumors around that all three of these Frenchies are refusing personal workworkouts with the Hawks.
The team that has the first pick.
Yeah, and that's why the Hawks have been kind of shopping it around. Go, well, the guys we want, they don't really get the Atlanta vibe. I don't know. It's not Paris East,
man.
Oh, Paris South, I guess.
Atlanta's not that bad.
I can think of a famous city.
I can think of worse places.
I've never had a lot of fun in Atlanta, but I've never had a bad time.
You haven't hit the butt naked clubs. We'll be back. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. KTFM Floresville.
Two things are needed for a growing sense of gratitude in your life. Recognize the good things that come into your life and then acknowledge it. Open your eyes to the possibility, and it is possible, of a good coming into your life, and then say thank you out loud or in a note or in a prayer. Not only will you grow in your use of words like thank you or I appreciate you, but you will work against ingratitude. And everyone needs to work against ingratitude because of the way it shrinks your heart. At one level, ingratitude is a kind of blindness to the positive moments and experiences in life. At another level, beneath ingratitude is a perceived accusation, intended or not. The accusation goes like this: it could have been better, or it wasn't that great. Either way, it's a hard way to live, and it hardens our heart. So go into each day ready to recognize and acknowledge the good. And you might start the practice of ending each conversation with the words, I appreciate you. This is Mark Absher with the MacArthur Park Church of Christ. Visit our church online at macarthurchurch.org. The MacArthur Park Church of Christ, connecting God and people.
They say health is wealth, and I could not agree more. That's why if you or somebody in your life is living with everyday aches and pains, I want to tell you about Relief Factor. And I'm telling you, I can feel the difference. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. Naturally. Now that's a big deal. Developed by doctors. Relief Factor's unique formula of ingredients all work together to help support your body's response to inflammation. Instead of masking pain for a couple of hours, Relief Factor actually helps reduce or even eliminate your pain for good. Whether it's neck, back, joint, or muscle pain, if you're looking to feel better, live better, give Relief Factor a try. In 3 weeks, you will know if it's working because you'll feel it. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. Go to relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. Save on your first order. Don't let pain tell you how to live. Fight back naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Introducing Lumi for Men, and we named him Mando. American-made, doctor-developed, clinically proven whole-body deodorant, built for men, built for hard work. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, packages, and feet, because we all know our pits aren't the only place we get odor. Mando Whole Body Deodorant is different from anything you've ever tried before. It stops odor before it starts, powered by our acidified technology. Mando controls odor anywhere you have it. My patented whole body deodorant formula has over 200,000 5-star reviews. And because Mando has a 60-day stink-free guarantee, you can try Mando risk-free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 5050 and get an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, 2 free products of your choice, and ships free with code 5050. Go to shopmando.com, code 5050 for an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack. That's shopmando.com, code 5050.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 210-615-7777 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever.
Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Score a trip for four to Orlando's most magical theme park, including airfare and hotel. Register now to win at SanAntonioSportsStar.com.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Game one of the NBA Finals was easy for the Celtics. They dominated the Mavericks 107-98. Game two is this Sunday. In college softball, the Oklahoma Sooners reign supreme. They are now the four-time national champions, winning game three decisively 8-4. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8 o'clock here on the Morning Huddle. You look perplexed.
I hate it when my watch does this to me.
What's it doing?
Forgive me. Hey, you've set activity goals. This is your day to meet them. Are you ready? Question mark. My watch.
She said, bro, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know how I respond to my watch.
Hey, chill out. I got all day.
Slow down. It's Friday.
Yeah.
So I can block notifications. I can shut him up.
Oh, it's a him?
Well, right now he is. My car's a her.
Okay. Waze, I know is you.
That's an evil bee.
Yeah.
But my watch is a him. I don't know what that means.
A lot of people putting famous French people on the.
Oh, do we have? Who did we get?
Napoleon, Boris, Pierre Cardin.
Now I'm down with Sophie Marceau. She can come to our games.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe can't.
He's a rapist.
He's a little rapey.
If Josh Primo were still on the team,
he was our Pepe.
Pepe would be around still.
We had us a Pepe.
Yeah, it's those days are gone. I'm afraid those days are gone.
Pepe.
No, it's not a good name. That's a bad name. If it was a good name, you would have named one of your sons that. Pepe Thompson.
Come over here, Pepe.
You wouldn't have done that.
You call somebody Pepe.
You wouldn't have done that.
You're about to ask him to do something you wouldn't do.
Yeah. Oh, man. The Dallas Mavericks, as we know, start with a whimper. Down 1-0. There seems to be some optimism, though.
Yeah, there is.
This has happened before.
Whether you lose by 1, 20, or 50, it doesn't matter. It's just a L. And if you are going to lose, you lose in a way that you go, well, I can fix that. And I do think that there's some imminently fixable things. But there is at the back of everybody's mind, you have to remember, this is a team that 19, 20 times this year has beaten a team by 20 points. They are the best three-point shooting team in the league. And they suddenly got bigger and better with the addition of Porzingis. This is a massive mountain the Mavs have to climb. And they just got to win one. They get one in Boston. I'm telling you, there's on the other side of this, it is still Boston, and they still play to the level of their competition. We saw it again yesterday. So there's still a chance. It's not horribly small, but it's getting smaller.
My buddy Matt, who Matt has been like one of my most loyal followers. He started listening to my show in Austin, and everywhere I've gone, he has followed. That's my dude, but he is a world traveler.
Oh,
and he said when I was in Brazil, he's a Raiders fan. He said I wore my Raiders gear everywhere and I never had a problem. Game recognizes game. But he said, seriously, I thought the whole dangerous country stories about Brazil were way overblown. In my experience, New Orleans is a way more dangerous place than Rio, and Sao Paulo was nicer than New York or LA.
I got jacked in New Orleans. I've been mugged twice in my life, once in Mexico and once in New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah, I got totally bum rushed right outside the church, right in, what is that, Jackson Square?
No joke.
I never even saw the cat that got me. It was like an open field tackle. He got me from behind and kind of frisked me and grabbed my crap. And before I turned around, I don't even know where he went.
Man,
that was, I wasn't in the clearest of minds at the time, but I got taken down.
You were by yourself?
No, well, kind of.
Well,
so no, I agree with that, and that was my sense. The NFL ain't gonna send. Keep in mind, this is $1 billion entities, 2 of them that they're flying down.
Yeah.
This whole yellow and green, those guys could walk around nude and be safe. They're imminently safe. Now, you and I, if we went, maybe not
a little
as much,
different.
but still, people are going from Brazil. It's not like people are dying in the streets on the daily in Sao Paulo. There's 15 million people that live there.
Yeah.
Don't wear green. The favelas. They're gonna get you. You might want to stay at the resort and never leave.
Well, yeah, I mean, you might. They tell you that at some places in Mexico, like Costa Rica, whatever. Everywhere you go, there's going to be some bad places. There's no doubt.
Tell you, the Brazilian army or police or whatever they're called, by the time the NFL arrives, those streets will be clean of any issues.
That's my guess. Is they don't want nonsense going on.
The whole
there.
world's watching.
They're not looking for, and I'm sure this is an economic boon for them. I'm sure they'd like the NFL to come back someday.
That's what I'm saying.
You start
the streets will be clean, safe.
Yeah. You kidnap Jalen Hurts, then
see what I mean?
We're not coming back. We're not coming back.
Saquon. They can keep Saquon. Maybe Saquon will venture off campus as a Cowboy fan. Let Saquon go hang out on the beach.
As a Cowboy fan, don't you want to take someone more important to the offense that
I think he's going to be pretty damn important to that.
Might still be playing in week 8.
He's like our guy. He wears down.
Yeah. Like Micah. Yeah, I'm a small guy. I wear down over the course of the year. I got to rest my body.
35 million.
Yeah. I want the money. Like I'm a durable every game, don't miss a snap guy, but
this is what I do. I do it every year.
No, this is what Micah do.
I do. That's what Micah do.
It's just Micah being Micah. I'm out sumo wrestling.
That's what I do.
It's funny. He wasn't worried about his body when he's sumo wrestling.
No, because it's preseason. That's what he does. I do. We do. That's what all of us do.
Well, that's not what I do. That's not what I do in my off season. I wanted to get to a couple more clips of from Jason Kidd, and we've heard from Kyrie, we've heard from Luka, but I want to hear from Jason Kidd. I want to hear from some of the guys on the Celtics as well. Jason Kidd did one of the things that I kind of appreciate, but it also seems like this is a way to deflect when you say that you got to give them credit. They were just a better team tonight. Like that's frustrating for me because I don't know if it's genuine. Like it's his way of like deflecting the loss. Mm-hmm. But here's what Kidd had to say.
This is the best team in the NBA, and they're good for a reason. They play their style of basketball at a high rate. They generated 27 threes there in the first half and made, I think, 11 of them. And so we have to be better. We can't give them 7 made threes in the first quarter. That would have outscored us with only scoring 20. And so we have to be better. Give them credit. They were good tonight. But again, we got to be better. Nerves or not being in this situation, we can't use that as an excuse. It's just basketball, and we got to be better at the game of basketball on Sunday.
How many times in that 37-second clip did he say we've got to be better?
Well,
Vic, let's I'm going to play this again.
Doesn't that go without saying?
Let's get the count. It is Captain Obvious. How many times does he say got to be better?
This is the best team in the NBA, and they're good for a reason. They play their style of basketball at a high rate. They generated 27 threes there in the first half, and made, I think, 11 of them. And so we have to be better. We can't give them 7 made threes in the first quarter. That would have outscored us with only scoring 20. And so we have to be better. Give them credit; they were good tonight. But again, we got to be better.
4 or 3
nerves or not being in this situation. No, we can't use that as an excuse. It's just basketball, and we got to be better at the game of basketball on Sunday.
4 times. That's once every 10 seconds. He said, "We've got to be better."
When you're down by 29 points,
I agree with you, Jason.
Got to be better.
I agree. You guys, you just got to be better. You just got to be better. But he says it's not all negative. It's not all we've got to be better.
Yeah, I think it's just, about the positives.
What can we
do to build on the positives? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Understanding the small things, the physicality. We have to be better at that. But just looking at the positives, look at the things that we can control, and then we'll build from there.
And then on top of that, we've obviously got to be better
at all facets of the game.
Boy,
because not only did they outscore us, they outdefended us.
I'd almost prefer Luka's interview where he just stares at the reporter blankly and doesn't say anything. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
I'm happy.
Do you think it's fun? You think it's fun to lose by 50 points?
9 assists.
Yeah.
9
not for
assists.
Not for one person. Certainly not for Kyrie, Mr. 4.5.
9
2
assists. So when I'm Jason Kidd and I say we need to be better, there is that stat alone because it represents everything about the Mavericks when they're good and when they're bad. And bad Mavericks have 9 assists and they take turns. Your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. And nobody was going to step into the void. That is an eminently fixable thing. The other part of the problem for them was the rookies were overwhelmed. I mean, what Gafford brought to the table, not a lot. Now, PJ, I give him some credit. They found him later. He hit some open shots and played a pretty decent game. But the bigs, Gafford and Lively, you're going to have to be a little bit more of a difference maker. And it's not offense. You're going to have to step Lively. I thought you could play perimeter defense.
I know, that's your job.
We were led to believe. And as far as rim protection, there were a lot of layups that we gave up last night. Where are you standing, Gafford? So I think that there are some easy fixes. I take away the last 8 minutes of the game. That didn't count. There was nothing good came out of that last 8 minutes. Nobody worth a damn was even playing. But there was a stretch that I'm looking at today and tomorrow, and I'm showing the guys what worked. And what worked was the pick and roll. You could get to the paint when you wanted to.
I'm showing them that 6-minute stretch in the third quarter.
That's it. That's
where they competed.
That's seriously. That's all. What did he say? We're going to have to be better. Well, if I can only pull 6 minutes of better basketball out of 48, we got a problem.
Yeah.
I think they can fix it. I know that now, though, you wake up with Maverick fan or makeup and you have a bit of doubt in your mind because that team can rip off 12 points in a sneeze. I mean, they can score on you so fast. If you let it slip for just a second, it'll take you 8 minutes to make up for it. I mean, they're going to run 12 points at you faster than you can sneeze. And if you slip up just slightly, it's over. They don't let you come back. They beat you by 20 because they keep coming at you. And they can afford to make a mistake or two because they're coming back at you. And when you're trying to limit possessions like Luka and you're trying to hold the clock and not let them track meet, one mistake's equal to 5 of theirs.
I'm with you. I think that they can fix things. I will say I don't know that last night made me feel like they can win the series. I thought they could win the series. Now, for them to, again, Boston didn't play their best game yesterday. That's the scary part.
They played pretty damn good for a half of that first half with Porzingis. Now, granted, it was a new bit of spice, but as far as that offense clicking, they can't play much better than they did for about a quarter and a half. They played really well. They did.
But when you say Jason Tatum scored 16 points,
you didn't have to. You know what I mean? I mean, that team was clicking.
Well, he didn't have to play 42 minutes, but he did.
Have to work.
He did play 42 minutes.
Well, I mean, but he didn't have to work, is what I'm saying. There was never a necessity to his game. Everything he did last night came to him.
Well, he also turned the ball over 6 times. He didn't have a great game.
No, and that's Tatum playing down, you know. But I didn't think he played poorly. I really didn't.
I thought he played poorly, but I didn't think he was special.
Yeah.
He's going to be better than that.
He will. There'll be a time, but he'll also be worse.
And there's going to be Jaylen Brown is going to get 30 in one of these games. That's what Jaylen Brown does. Right. Jaylen Brown is going to have a game where he puts up a 30 burger, and it's going to be interesting. And I don't think they're going to get much better shooting threes. I mean, and you know what? If they make 16 threes every game, hey, tip your hat. They beat you. They're going to beat you. I just don't think that's going to happen. Jason Kidd needs to figure out they got to be better. They got to find a way to be better.
Got to be better,
and just be better.
Just be better, damn it!
If they can be better, then they'll probably be better. All right, let's talk this Dan Hurley situation on the other side and see if we're any closer on this and what the holdups could be. He's flying out there today. That tells me there ain't many holdups left. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz, Game 1 of the NBA Finals is in the book. I can't believe the action. We're going to talk about all of it.
Plus, Cowboys mini camps are in the books. We'll react to what John Machota saw all week long when he joins us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textblend.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Homeowners, ready to replace your windows or patio doors, but think it's going to be too expensive? Well, think again, because with Renewal by Andersen, you can get top quality, affordable windows and patio doors for no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Just text SCREEN to 200-300 right now for your free in-home window consultation and free price quote. Upgrade your home with new energy-efficient windows and doors installed by certified master installers from Renewal by Andersen and get their best in the nation 20-year warranty. Renewal by Andersen is the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. Act now and get your windows and patio doors for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text SCREEN to 200-300. Text the word SCREEN to 200-300. Don't wait. Text SCREEN to 200-300.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-5407. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-5407. That's 800-575-5407. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. From high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone, including blackjack tournaments. From the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, the Big Blind is locally owned and operated, offering daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 and Redland Road.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices that are local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
It is showtime. Morning Huddle, 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. AJ Hoffman, Rob Thompson, your friendly hosts for your drive-in on this fine Friday morning.
Small Saturday.
Someone asked earlier what the place that I like in New Braunfels. It's called Los Gallos.
Yeah, we should have been saying that.
Yeah, give them props.
You got here. Yeah,
I'm a fan. What I love about good Mexican food here in San Antonio and surrounding areas is, first of all, it tastes way better than anything you can get in Vegas, and it's like a quarter of the price. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
It's that, and there's the lack of pretense. You just get the food. You know, it's just good food. Austin gets all fancy and dressed up.
Yeah.
And Houston's got a growing food scene, and you don't always know what you're getting.
Houston is one of the best food cities in the world.
But you don't know. In San Antonio, man, you sit down, you order chilaquiles, you're getting chilaquiles. I don't care which RMR you're in. It's going to be real close to what you're accustomed to.
And here's what I appreciate about San Antonio. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm in San Antonio now, so I'm going to knock Houston's food scene. I'm not. I think Houston is literally a top 5 food city in the country.
No question.
And it's probably the most underrated food city in the country. But it's got people from every country that are doing authentic style foods. Mm-hmm. San Antonio knows what it does well, and they do that.
That's it.
And you're not going to get the best Italian meal in the world here in San Antonio. I mean, let's just face it.
We don't want it. We'd like to have it. We're not going to do it.
You're looking for a world-class Vietnamese place. Oh, maybe not your spot.
You know, when I used to drive boats down on the river and people go, where's the best Mexican food? And I go, where are you from? Well, we're from Appleton, Wisconsin. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You're going to be happy no matter where you go. And Italian, we don't know great. We just know good. Just give us good and we'll be fine with it.
Go to Carrabba's.
Now, yeah, but don't mess with my enchiladas. You screw that up, it'll take a decade before I come back.
San Antonio's got it going on they stay in their lane on food and they kick ass at it. And I appreciate that.
That is the best assessment of our food scene from somebody not from here.
It really is true. Like you know what you're good at and you stick with it, man. That's the way it should be. AJ's going to gain the San Antonio 20 from the tacos. That's quite possible.
That's a true statement, man.
That's quite possible.
Barkley and his big women.
I mean, listen, I got cooked for myself. I'm fending for myself down here, man. What am I supposed to do? That's what I'm gonna tell my no time vegetable.
Fries in the broadest sense, it is a potato.
I don't think potatoes. My wife would tell me potatoes don't count as vegetables.
It's really not. No.
But I don't remember the last time that I was like, yeah, and I'll get that with a side of
you're a lion, AJ. I told you, you eat like a lion. Meat.
I am probably gonna have to start work. I'm gonna have to work something green into the diet at some point.
Yeah, put it in your Stanley. Drink it. Drink your veggies.
Next segment, I'm gonna ask you some pro tips for my road trip this weekend.
Oh, plenty of places to stop on 35. Brigade Bar, prepare yourselves.
Yeah, be ready, boys.
Need some help.
Be ready. Danny Hurley. It looks like it's getting serious. Think that you could say things are getting serious.
Now, when you're recently here,
yep,
and you went through a process.
Yeah.
How far down the process was it before you got on a plane? How far, when you got on the plane, what was your expectation of what was going to happen?
I was told the expectations of what we're going to happen.
Well, so don't you get the sense that applies to you and to Hurley? You get on the plane, you're pretty firm of where you're at.
This was when I came here, we had a meeting, an online meeting. We had a couple of online meetings, like Zoom meetings, Zoom calls. And when the time came, they were like, "Hey,
don't screw this up. You got the gig.
We want you to come down here." I was told, just so you know, when you come down here, we're not going to officially give you the offer, because I had to fly out to Palm Springs and meet like the big boss of the whole company after. But at this point, we're talking about I was booked on 2 different flights, so I knew it was like it's pretty serious.
Yeah, and if you're getting on a plane, man, the decision is 99% done, whether you want to admit to yourself or not. You're on board, or you wouldn't be headed that direction.
But it's also you get to know the people, you see the place, you see what things are like there, and then you have to decide as the one, as the potential employee, like, is this a place that's going to fit me? And I have no doubt that the LA Lakers are going to be able to put out an impressive spread and win over Danny Hurley, who's a New Jersey guy. No offense to New Jersey people, but you send a New Jersey guy out to LA, they can probably wow you.
Yeah, they don't come back. They stay there.
So we have some sound from Woj on this potential match.
These talks between the Lakers and Dan Hurley have traction. They are going to escalate in the coming days, and Dan Hurley is going to be presented with a massive long-term offer to leave the back-to-back national championships, pass on a chance for a three-peat, to go to the Lakers and join Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, in what they hope to be is his building out of a program at the NBA level for the long run, incorporated in with Anthony Davis in his prime. Certainly LeBron James still is an all-NBA player. And the possibility of Bronny James, the Lakers have the 55th pick in the draft, and potentially who better than Dan Hurley and his development program and what you've seen of him, not just at UConn, but all the way through in getting a young player ready to play in the NBA. Those are all factors. The Lakers have Dan Hurley's attention right now.
Well, yeah, they've got his attention.
That and $80 million or whatever it's going to be.
And I'll be honest, yesterday when I was like 5 years, $14 million, that'd get the job done. I'm the more I hear, like they may be saying like a 7 or 8 year deal.
I think that there's not a lot of coaches in the country that could demand that, and he's one of them. I know I'd be asking for it.
Good on him,
I mean,
man.
you're going to have to get to be the man. You got to beat the man. So you're going to have to surpass the life I'm living in UConn by a significant amount, not just change of scenery and better weather. You're going to have to offer me an upgrade in everything that I do above and beyond my bank account. So,
although better weather will be nice,
all of that. I just don't know if Hurley is getting on the plane, he's convinced his wife. This is about bring the wife out,
because that's the other thing you'll hear is like, is the wife on board with this because she's a decision maker, she's part of the team. Which, by the way, that's what every married guy says.
You can use that as a buffer, and most of the time it's very true.
Yeah.
And that makes me think if you've convinced your wife to fly out, you've already decided, like, if she's in on this, I'm very in on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Woj talking about some could potentially be stumbling blocks for this deal getting done.
Listen, there's a lot to weigh. This is for Dan Hurley. You're not just going from college to the NBA. This is a lifelong East Coast resident, right? Jersey City, coached high school basketball in Jersey, was a college assistant in Jersey, head coach at Wagner, Rhode Island, UConn. He's been in that same geographic area. Now, that doesn't preclude him from going to LA, but certainly those are factors. That's where his life has been. But listen, I think Dan Hurley is taking this under very serious consideration. He wouldn't be talking to the Lakers if he didn't. And so It won't be because the Lakers aren't showing him that they absolutely believe he can do this.
I mean, I get the whole, and I hear this a lot, like, oh, he's an East Coast guy. I think that matters more in college athletics, like having roots in a certain part of the country.
Oh yeah,
because none of the 15 guys on his roster with the Lakers care where he grew up or where he coached high school basketball. They don't care. Can you coach at an NBA level is the big question.
And we don't know that. I mean, let's be realistic here. He is a hot young coach, and no one will dispute his bona fides. The guy can coach college. But guys like him, and there's been a lot of guys just like him who took the bait. Rick Pitino, failure.
Yeah.
Well, we can go down the list. I mean,
Billy Donovan, John Calipari.
I mean, it is not imminent success. Now, I think the games are very much closer together than they were when these guys were doing it. Because back then, those guys were doing it with 4-year college kids, and there was a slow turnover. One bad recruiting year meant 3 years of failure. You didn't have the opportunity to kind of turn things around. I think it's easier to make that transition, but it is not the same. It's not. It isn't. You're coaching 35-year-old men instead of 18-year-olds. There are old men that have been doing things for a long time, and you're not the most important guy in the locker room. In fact, in most instances, you're the 14th most important guy in the locker room as the head coach. You're the most expendable thing in that room. You're the guy that can be fired tonight and no repercussions other than the cost.
Well, here's a list of guys who have made that jump. John Beeline, remember he went from Michigan to the Cavs? Disaster.
It was a disaster because he coaches 18-year-olds as good as anybody in the world, but say the same thing in the same way to a 25-year-old. It doesn't work.
14-40 didn't last a season.
It was a monumental error. But they thought, young team in Cleveland, will bring him in and he will coach them up. No.
But you know what? John Beeline was a yeller. Like he was like an in-your-face kind of guy. It doesn't always work that way. And remember, he had the whole he had to apologize. Like he had the thugs slugs mix up. Like you can't play like he was trying to say you can't play like a bunch of slugs. At least that's what he said. And he said you can't play like a bunch of thugs. And then I think he meant thugs too. Billy Donovan from Florida, Oklahoma City.
An upwardly average career. Nothing to write home about.
399 and 319 in his career.
Upwardly average.
Went to the Western Conference Finals in his first season. They mutually parted ways out of OKC about 5 years ago. He didn't want to be part of a rebuild. Okay, fair. He's been the head coach of the Bulls since, and it's kind of meh. Although he just signed an extension ahead of last season, so he's there for a while.
The Bulls are responsible for one of my favorite young coaches ruining him.
Fred Hoiberg?
Yeah, I thought the mayor, Fred, was headed toward greatness at Iowa State, and he got lured away from by the money in Chicago, and it ruined him. I mean, he's now back at Nebraska trying to do what he was doing at Iowa State 15 years ago.
Yeah, but he did not have a successful run. Brad Stevens is the gold standard. Like this is, I think he was a great college coach, but came into the pros and was not only a brilliant coach, but it became pretty quickly evident he's a brilliant personnel guy. Like he went from best head coach to best front office guy. Like he's the guy's just a genius.
I hate guys like that.
It's tough, right? Reggie Theus.
Where did Reggie? That's right. He had New Mexico State. That's where he played. The abject fag.
Went from New Mexico State to Sacramento.
Didn't work.
2 seasons, disaster. Mike Montgomery went from Stanford to Golden State.
No,
disaster. Leonard Hamilton went from the U to the Washington Wizards.
No.
His record 19-63.
I was going to say how long
lasted
did he last?
one season. That dude, I mean, he won at Oklahoma State, won at Miami. Went back,
still winning.
Well, I mean, he was back at Florida State, but I mean, he did not have a good run in the NBA. Lon Kruger,
nope,
disaster. Tim Floyd,
nope,
whoa, mega disaster.
A lot of these went to the Bulls.
I know the Bulls
have failed with a lot of these guys.
Mentioned John Calipari, PJ Carlissimo.
No, I mean, modicum of success as an assistant here in San Antonio, but as a head coach.
As a head coach, 239 and 315. 4 different head coaching gigs.
Far better TV guy.
Didn't make it out of the first round once. It's tough, is what I'm telling you. It's tough. I'm not saying Dan Hurley can't do it. I'm just saying there's a long history of guys who couldn't do it.
Well, the only hand a coach like that has when he comes into the locker room is the length of his contract. That's the only true hand he has. He'll be the lowest paid guy in the room, and of course, except for the guys that he's drafted and developing. Everybody else makes more money and has more importance to the program than you do. And he is leaving as the king, not only of his campus, but of his town, of his conference, and of his game. I mean, you kiss the Hurley ring. You kiss it. I mean, that's what you have to do now to exist in college basketball. And he would leave that to become the lowest ranked guy on the totem pole in a building. That's a big ask. It is.
Dan Hurley on June 7th is behind LeBron James in the pecking order in LA.
Oh, easily.
The day he signs an 8-year contract, he moves ahead of LeBron James.
Absolutely. And he can come in and
that's something important to remember.
The Hurley that they're hiring. I mean, you're hiring a guy to come in and shape the franchise and turn them tough and be something different.
If you sign a 3-year deal, LeBron James is still more important to the Lakers than Dan Hurley is.
He's calling timeouts.
But 8-year deal, the Lakers they're going to say, listen, man, this is the real deal. We're not effing this thing up.
And
they're going to give him every opportunity.
And on Hurley's side of things, there is this bit of destiny that I truly love because his dad is a legend. His dad is an East Coast high school basketball legend. And when you think of what basketball is, it's an East Coast high school, urban, no chains on the nets basketball. That's what basketball is to us. And that's the Hurley family. So there's something about this feels almost JFK-ish, where, that his father was the mobster and he did everything he could to get him up and make him legit. Well, now he got a Hurley that could be the head coach of the Lakers, whose dad was working the streets of Jersey City to get himself a state title, over and over and over. And his boy's the head coach of the Lakers. There's some symmetry to this, some destiny to it that feels like if I'm Danny, I almost have to take it because this is everything my family's legacy has been.
And he'll be able to hire Bobby after Arizona State fires him next year.
That's true.
If they ever fire him. All right. Let's hit a break. When we come back, I'm interested in this Utah hockey team that's being renamed. They've got some names to choose from. I'll ask you guys. I'll ask the Brigade Bar. I want to know what the best choice is for this Utah hockey team and what would be the worst choice. Because typically these franchises seem to choose like the worst possible name. We'll do that next. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Do you get to celebrate Dyslexia Month, G?
Yes.
That's interesting, G, because I must admit, when we give you copy points to read, you wrestle with it.
Yeah.
So between Gigi's dyslexia and your ADHD, it's also Imaginary Disease Month. Brought to you by I'm a Little OCD.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or being threatened by the IRS that your wages are about to be garnished or bank accounts are going to be levied? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has professionals ready to fight for you. Their enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs have saved millions of dollars for taxpayers just like you. They won't just resolve your tax problems. They'll most importantly protect your wages, bank accounts, and all your assets from being taken by the IRS. Call for a free consultation. 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174 or go to AlliesTaxRelief.com.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices that are local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Introducing Lumi for Men, and we named him Mando. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, packages, and feet, because we all know our pits aren't the only place we get odor. Mando Whole Body Deodorant is different from anything you've ever tried before. It stops odor before it starts, powered by our acidified technology. Mando controls odor anywhere you have it. My patented whole body deodorant formula has over 200,000 five-star reviews. And because Mando has a 60-day stink-free guarantee, you can try Mando risk-free. Give Mando Whole Body Deodorant a try today and smell like the stink-free man you were intended to be.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 1515 and get an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, 2 free products of your choice, and ships free with code 1515. Go to shopmando.com, code 1515 for an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack. That's shopmando.com, code 1515.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Jedi are being murdered. Now streaming. Star Wars Returns. Only on Disney+.
I didn't do it! Believe me!
She was my student. Let me be the one to bring her in.
Now she's a student of the dark side. An acolyte. Star Wars The Acolyte. New episodes Tuesdays. Only on Disney+.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. And let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line. Dick Girardi, our horse racing expert, joins us on the program.
Traveling the country to keep you informed at beautiful Saratoga.
Yeah, in Saratoga, not
Olga.
Yeah, not they're not at the usual stomping grounds, but it's the usual crappy weather. It seems that every big horse race has. Dick, how you doing, man?
I'm good, guys. What's going on?
What you tell me what's going on. Every time there's a big race, it's like, oh, it's raining.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I
Like,
know.
when are we going to start putting these things in a dome?
I hear you, but yeah, it's crazy. Yesterday was fine. It was supposed to rain, never did, but yeah, today we got some rain overnight. And there's going to be some rain, I think, late in the day. I don't know about tomorrow yet. Who knows?
Guys like us in the business, we like to call it a sloppy track.
Yes.
Yeah, slop. That's what we like to say.
A mess.
Now I'm looking at the I guess the 10 horses here. There was 11, right? We got a scratch. What happened?
No, we only had 10.
Oh, it's always been 10. Okay, the first list I saw had 11. So we've got Mystic Dan, who famously won the Kentucky Derby. Seize the Gray, who famously won the Preakness, and neither one of them are favored. Sierra Leone was a nose behind Mystic Dan at the Derby. Why is Sierra Leone the horse people are looking at here versus these other two horses who we've seen win races?
So the theory is that this is going to be the third race in 5 weeks for the Derby winner and the Preakness winner. The Preakness winner didn't run in the Derby, but he ran on Derby day. Sierra Leone, by contrast, as you said, ran second by a nose in the Derby, sat out the Preakness. And in horse racing, historically, that is a giant edge when a horse gets 5 weeks of rest running against a horse running for the third time in 5 weeks. That part of it is one reason Sierra Leone is going to be favored. And the other is, remember the stretch run of the Derby where there was all that bumping with him and the Japanese horse Forever Young? People think, and not unrealistically, that if that hadn't happened, he was going to win the race if he had run straight. So that's the other part of it. They've changed the bit on the horse. They've changed jockeys. And the hope is for the people around him, the trainer and the owner and all, that he'll run straight in the stretch this time. And if he does, he's the most likely winner. That's why he'll be favored.
This horse, Mindframe, who is co-owned by the guy who owns the Florida Panthers. It looks like he's the second favorite at 3.5 or 7-2, I guess is the better way to say it. But he's on the outside. Is there a negative to that, or what do we think about this horse?
Yeah, I think that's actually okay. He's 10 of 10, and I think that's kind of where you won't have a lot of traffic out there. There's nobody to his outside. He's got enough speed where he should be able to get position. And you're right, he's listed at a little over 3-1 at the moment at Bet Online, the place where you can go to get the most up-to-date odds and props on the Belmont Stakes. So, yeah, Mindframe is undefeated, but he's only run twice. So he's given up a lot of experience, but, man, is he fast.
Do you think either of those two horses that we talked about earlier, Mystic Dan or Seize the Gray, or either of them live in this thing?
I think Mystic Dan more so because he ran really well in the Preakness when he ran second. Seize the Gray did win the Preakness. I just don't think the same scenario happens. Remember in the Preakness, he got out there by himself on the lead. With a horse like Mindframe in this race, I just don't think that's as likely. I think there's more pressure, and when a horse gets pressure earlier, they just don't run as well as they do when they're out there by themselves. So I would say of the two, Mystic Dan, who won the Derby, ran really good second in the Preakness, is the more likely of the two. Now he's listed at 8-1 at Bet Online. I don't think he's going to go off at that price in the race. You might want to get on the site and see if you can lock in 8-1 at the moment.
Yeah, and obviously it's important to note if you're on a place like Bet Online versus where if you were betting at the track, you don't have when you lock in, you're locked in at Bet Online. You don't have to worry about what money comes in at that point. Gives you a little bit of line value. Is there a long shot in this field that you think is maybe a little bit live?
Yeah, Honor Marie for me. I actually gave him out a little bit in the Derby as a long shot. And if you watch the tape, I mean, it's one of those where you come out of the starting gate and the horse to his left turn right and the horse to his right turn left. He just got totally squeezed, was knocked back to last.
Sandwich action.
Exactly. It was essentially eliminated at the start. So he ran what I would call an heroic 8 out of 20. He'll run better this time. Now, whether he's good enough to beat these horses is another question. He's 12-1 at Bet Online. I think there's a chance he might actually be higher at post time. But yeah, Honor Marie would be the kind of horse. I don't know that he can win, but maybe be in the exacta, be in the trifecta, and give yourself a good number. Even with one of the favorites wins, you could possibly make some money with Honor Marie.
So if I laid an exacta with Sierra, Mystic Dan, and Mindframe, is that something you'd take to the bank? You like that?
Yeah, I like that. I got no problem with that. Yeah, 3-10, 10-3. That works.
All right, that's Dick Girardi from Bet Online. That's where you can go and lock in your wagers now, or you can take your chances if you want out at the track.
Trifecta, baby.
I like to lock my stuff in. I like getting a little bit of that CLV is what I'm looking for. Dick Girardi, appreciate the time, man. Enjoy the race.
You got it. Thanks so much, guys.
Hey, check all the lines at betus.com. Dick Girardi, our infinite traveler. He needed to pack a umbrella and a slicker this year. Everywhere he went, it's been raining.
That's right. All right. I want to get into this Utah hockey team.
Mystic. All right.
Are you locked in?
I'm locked in and loaded, baby.
The former Phoenix Coyotes are now gone. They left in the middle of the night. Thieves in the night.
Well, it's a city that's lost a hockey team or two. You don't really notice for a while.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
They're gone.
But Utah is going to have a brand new NHL team, and there were 20 names that they had picked out. These were the possibilities. They had a vote, and now we're down to 6. All right, and I want you to tell me which of these is the best and which is the worst. And I'm going to go in alphabetical order. The Utah Blizzard, the Utah Hockey Club, very original, the Utah Mammoth, the Utah Outlaws,
you know that, isn't it?
the Utah Venom, and the Utah Yeti.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see some sponsorship opportunities in here.
I do too.
Outlaws is like the Jazz. It doesn't fit. There ain't a bunch of unless we're mad at the Mormons. I think that's a terrible idea.
I think Outlaws might be the worst one.
And Venom, are there snakes in Utah?
Oh, there's got to be. It's desert.
Well, it's mountains too. Are there snakes up there?
I don't know.
That didn't seem to fit. Mammoth,
but there is sponsorships with Venom.
I get it, and it would be a cool logo. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be a good looking uniform, like the Kraken. I mean, that looks pretty cool. The Blizzard, man, you got DQ behind you. You're in pretty good stuff.
I like the Blizzard,
and it seems to fit. And the Yeti, which I found interesting. I didn't that I put too. Blizzard, Yeti, and everything else is. What was the hockey club?
Yeah, that's bad.
All right,
that's like trying to be too much like soccer. That's a disaster.
I don't get that one, but I would be down with Blizzard, Mammoth, and Yeti.
We have the same top 3, but I think Blizzard and Yeti are ways in the front of even Mammoth.
But the Yeti, that'd be a cool logo.
I think it would be good.
Your mascot would be cool.
I think it'd be a cool mascot. I think I might go Utah Yeti. That might be my favorite one.
It works. We're in. All right, our vote. Who owns this team? Do we know? Somebody local
the
or
Smith Entertainment Group?
That's a local crew.
Although I don't know that I like calling them Utah. Why don't you call them the Salt Lake Yeti?
Well, Salt Lake, I don't know. Salt Lake to me has always felt small. You know, Salt Lake, if you name of all the professional cities in the country, Salt Lake and Memphis, you go, really? Salt Lake and Memphis.
Yeah, I guess so.
It just felt small. At least, you know, Utah, at least that adds like 15 more people when you take the whole state outside of Salt Lake, but it just feels bigger, a little bit more imposing.
I think Yeti might be my choice.
Like a pro team in Tyler. It just doesn't, it's not big enough.
That's fair. I feel like Salt Lake City's got it. It feels like it's a bigger place than that. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's not. It is bigger than
just
that.
in your mind. It feels small.
It's just a
It's not like
what
Sacramento.
you expect. No, it's not a dirt town by any stretch. Salt Lake is up there and it's clean, pure niceness. Lots of iced tea, not non-iced tea selling restaurants. One of the best beer bars anywhere, right outside of off the what's the name of their stadium? What are they? Delta Center?
I think it used to be the Delta
right
Center.
across the street where you can go get the beer and you set your beer on this trough of ice that they have right there. It's a great idea for a place that doesn't drink a lot of beer.
Yeah. Salt Lake City, the 33rd market as far as like television markets.
Right, they're the same. They're right there neck and neck with us.
It's
bigger than I thought.
This list has San Antonio 37, Milwaukee 35, Cincinnati 34. So it's ahead of some Vegas 42. Although I think like some of these, like when you see Vegas and San Antonio, it's got Austin at 49. Those are they all have a big up arrow next to their names.
At some point, the
Salt Lake
Austin
City's
and San
not
Antonio
growing.
markets will be considered the same. We're
It's gonna
not
merge.
considered the same yet. Just like Austin, just like Dallas and Fort Worth, and those two cities are not homogeneous. They are very in San Antonio, very different vibes, but they're considered the same market. And we're not there. Once the Austin and San Antonio markets are combined, as far as viewership as one entity, we'll jump into the top 10.
Once there's a football stadium in the middle in New Braunfels or Kyle or something, San Marcos, maybe.
Feel it. It's a necessity. Now, as we talk
Maybe
expansion,
a basketball arena. I don't know.
The Silver gave his annual State of the NBA yesterday.
Yeah, there was a lot of Caitlin Clark defending,
and also
so
talk
sick
of
of it.
expansion. He talked about growing the league, and Vegas is obviously a
Vegas
prime
is going to
candidate.
get it
They're
to
going
him,
to get it, no matter what Silver says.
Somebody else might.
And I thought that maybe Nashville might be a player in this, but he talked about Seattle getting their franchise back, which I think would be fair.
I think so too, especially. I mean, Memphis has a team. Nashville's it's not a team that I would really see caring about basketball, to be honest.
Well, it seems like an SEC land football first.
Although they love that hockey team too, I give them credit.
And we didn't think that would work out.
It's very much like Vegas. Like when it was, if they took it as theirs, like this is our thing.
Do you think there's a deep enough talent pool to support 2 more NBA teams, 34, 35 new NBA guys?
Yeah,
I do. I do think there is. I think that there's enough, especially as with the advent of the Euro guys. There's a lot more room.
I think
players.
so.
I think.
There'd be a while where it'd be like, I mean, because there's only so many superstars to go around, and what it will do is it'll hurt parity.
The rich will stay rich for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
but I don't think that would be the problem. And I think whenever I hear the commissioner say, well, we're a little bit concerned about the talent pool, that's a dog whistle to me he's telling the potential buyer the franchises are going to be really expensive.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay.
You're going to have to pay because we don't want to dip our talent pool. So,
and the people in Vegas, they're whoever's I know LeBron James is rumored to be a part of that, but whoever's involved in bringing an organization to Vegas, they're going to be willing to pay. Some other city.
I guarantee you, LeBron will not get the Vegas franchise.
You don't think so?
No, it'll be a current owner that'll get it, and he'll get to buy it someplace else.
Oh,
I guarantee you, LeBron will not get Vegas.
Sorry, Bron. All right, man, we got 1 hour left in our week. We're going to make it badass. Just you wait. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
We're going abroad for the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Rob Thompson here for my favorite fantasy app. It's Prize Picks. I'm just one of 3 million people that love more or less. Where else are you going to take a $10 play and turn it into $100x of your cash? It's Prize Picks. And as basketball winds down, the games continue. Yeah, lots of finals action there, more or less. You fantasy guys, you know how to play along with the other 5 million active members. More or less is all that matters. And in June, as basketball winds down, I have got the fun for you. Esports. Yeah, get in on esports every Wednesday and Saturday in June, and your lineup doesn't win, you'll get your entry fee back. Choose the Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, League of Legends. You know them. Go play them. Fantasy games elevated. More or less. It's easy. Take $10, turn it into $100x of cash, and it's so easy to play. Remember the code ALAMO. Go to prizepicks.com. Get yourself signed up. Use that fantasy knowledge. Go play today. That's Prize Picks and Alamo.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. ALawyerForUs.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember ALawyerForUs.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be
the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you are a family member and needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyer4us.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Diamonds Direct has done it again. This month only, get ready for an offer you can't resist. Buy a natural diamond engagement ring of 1 carat plus and receive a free natural 1 carat diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right, a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Imagine giving her the ring of her dreams and her wedding gift all at once. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet will not last long. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textblend.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Homeowners, ready to replace your windows or patio doors, but think it's going to be too expensive? Well, think again, because with Renewal by Andersen, you can get top quality, affordable windows and patio doors for no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Just text SCREEN to 200-300 right now for your free in-home window consultation and free price quote. Upgrade your home with new energy-efficient windows and doors installed by certified master installers from Renewal by Andersen and get their best in the nation 20-year warranty. Renewal by Andersen is the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. Act now and get your windows and patio doors for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text SCREEN to 200-300. Text the word SCREEN to 200-300. Don't wait. Text SCREEN to 200-300.
Score a trip for 4 to Orlando's most magical theme park, including airfare and hotel. Register now to win at SanAntonioSportsStar.com. San Antonio Sports Center.
Game 1 of the NBA Finals was easy for the Celtics. They dominated the Mavericks 107-98. Game 2 is this Sunday. In college softball, the Oklahoma Sooners reign supreme. They are now the 4-time national champions, winning Game 3 decisively 8-4. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, baby. Hey, here we go. Final hour, baby.
1 hour to glory.
It's almost here. The glory is in sight.
It is the absolute glory hole.
That's right.
And aren't we all
Saturday is the absolute glory hole.
For the greatest glory hole out there.
You know, Saturday I am, well, actually today I'm going to go up to the Metroplex.
Have you made the drive from San Antonio to the Metroplex?
No, well, not the whole drive. I mean, I made it from Austin several times when I lived there, but no, I've. Is it the same route? Am I going to go up through Austin? Or do I hit that toll road that goes around?
I recommend using watch the sign and use your ways. You can save a lot of time. And if you haven't taken the toll road, you should take it just so you can drive by the
Musk Center,
the Musk Pavilion, whatever that's the biggest building I've ever driven by. It's huge.
I got to check this thing out.
They had some layoffs the other day too.
So. Oh, really?
But anyway, so you can drive 100 miles an hour legally, I guess. And
is there what's the speed limit on that?
I don't know. I don't think there is one. I think it's posted at 85, but
there's no cops out there.
That's right lane. I've never seen one. I don't want you to get one because of me, but if you're leaving when you're leaving, you probably choose and end up at the same time.
Yeah,
but it's worth it to go see the that's the factory, right? They're building them in there. Are they building the Cybertruck in there?
I think they're building stuff there. Yeah,
that's the Cybertruck, right?
Or they're building the spaceships, the shuttles.
Have you seen what's going on?
Switched from carbon fiber to steel. Like Elon said, it ended up being a better.
Really? That's why I didn't know that. I thought carbon fiber was the future.
I thought so too.
So on the drive up, there are two. I mean, Buc-ee's is obvious. So but West. You ever
the check stop?
The check stop. But have you ever gone to Heitmuller's across the street?
No.
See, if you're going north, stop at the check stop on that way, and when you're coming back home, same exit. Just stay on that side of the street and go to the one on the competition. They're both outstanding in their own way.
Okay.
So
when you hit up the check stop, are you looking for the sausage?
I go
kind,
both for Koblenz and Kolach. I go for both.
Okay. I like both too. What's your preference on the
the check stop, my new one, the Nutella Koblenz. Oh my gosh.
I haven't had that.
It is you're gonna have to get that.
I like the peach or apricot.
We always get that but I like it with the cream cheese.
Cream cheese is
gotta have the cream cheese. But they do a Nutella and cream cheese. It's not a kolache. Kolache's the one
with sausage in it.
With the meat in it. And the sweets are Koblenz or something like that.
Koblenz.
Yeah. I always get both. And lately, at least over the last 2 trips, it's been the Nutella and cream cheese, peach, strawberry, and a couple of sausage. And that's on the way up.
Okay.
Now, on the way back, they have a different selection of the savory Koblenz or whatever.
Okay.
They do a big boy sausage, much thicker on the Heitmuller side. Get that.
Okay. I do like that. I like it when it's like a smoked sausage.
Man.
I don't like it when you try to put like a little a weenie in there.
Now I hear
what I'm looking for.
And I have never been. There's a stop in Waco, and this is a Brigade Bar question. And Minix, if you're listening, where you can stop and get this barbecue box called a gut pack.
Oh.
That I've heard from a lot of different people in Waco is worth stopping. Now they give you a bunch of food. I think they actually give it to you in like a cooler that to keep it warm. For anybody who knows what that is, because I've never been, and I can't really recommend it, though a lot of people have told me, and it's called a gut pack from like Vitex or something like this.
Okay.
So anybody on the Brigade Bar that knows what I'm talking about, go, and we'll reach out to Minix. I think that's a worthy stop as well.
All right. Let's give away some stuff. Let's give away. Here's what we've got. We've got San Antonio Missions tickets for June 11th. We got a family 4-pack. That's a Tuesday.
That's on us, baby. $2.
AARP $2 Tuesday, presented by 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Sassy.
You get $2 tickets, $2 domestic beer, sausage wraps, cheese pizza, or for Rob, sweet tea.
It's got to be Gold Diamond or Gold
Leaf.
Red Diamond. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Red
okay.
Diamond sweet tea, baby.
Or Gold Leaf. Or Gold Peak.
Yeah, that's for if Red Diamond came in a bottle like this, I'd be drinking that right.
Well, Red Diamond comes in a gallon jug.
And if I could mainline that, if I could just or
Blue
wake
Diamond.
up every morning.
Red Diamond or Blue Diamond?
It's Red Diamond, I believe.
Blue Diamond's the almonds.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
But if you combine both those diamonds, you're cooking.
So we got 4 tickets to that. We've also got tickets to Superhero 2024 Comic-Con at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall by PMX Events. 4-pack of tickets, and that is on June 20th through the 23rd. Every ticket's good for a 1-day admission. So here's what we'll do. We'll say caller 5, you get first choice. Caller 6 gets second choice. Simple as that. And just, give us a shout. 281.
Have to have your Tuesday night open. Because one's the 11th and the other one's 20th.
210-656-3776. And congratulations in advance to the winners. We were talking about the way that all merging, and part of the reason why San Antonio's been wanting to play some games, the Spurs have wanted to play some games in Austin, is to
grow the brand,
build the brand. The Oakland A's are going to have a fancy new stadium in Las Vegas, right there on the Strip. They're knocking down the good old Tropicana. I think it might be knocked down by now. I know it was
That's
like
sad. It was close when we were there for the Super Bowl. It was about to come down.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dump, but it's
legendary, baby.
Yeah. It's like one of the last mob run places or mob built places. The Oakland A's are already requesting to play games away from their new stadium in Vegas. So they're not even in Sacramento, which is going to be their temporary home for like 3 seasons. But according to the team's proposed 30-year non-relocation agreement, the A's are requesting to play up to 8 games a season away from their $1.5 billion Las Vegas ballpark. Listen, man, the A's have been begging for a new stadium since forever. I mean, that Oakland Coliseum's been like flooded. It's been there's sewage overflowing into the clubhouse. There's rats. You're getting a state-of-the-art $1.5 billion stadium built for you, and the first thing you do is say, hey, we want to play some games somewhere else too. The Vegas Stadium Authority Board is going to vote on that on July 18th. Not sure what Vegas is going to say, but
they better say no.
That's what I'd say. The A's president says the team wants to play neutral site home games in order to build the franchise's brand and to attract players and sponsors. Where would they play that's going to attract new brands and sponsors? How about winning games would probably attract sponsors?
Or you are in Vegas. I think there's a few sponsors available to you. Don't do it. And this is our fault, San Antonio. We started this. We allowed our franchise to come to us, the landlords. We are the landlords. You listening are a landlord. You don't realize it, but you're the Spurs landlord. We helped build that thing. It is on county property. And they came to us and said, well, we'd like to pay you a little bit less rent. We'd like to go someplace else. And for 4 games, take every penny that you were making off of us, and we're going to give it to somebody else or keep it. That's what we said. And in the interest of growing their brand, that is for them to have the sack to come to you and ask that. You know what we'd like to do? And we know we signed a contract. And in that contract, we promise you, $500,000 a night in parking and some things that you make for hosting this. We're not going to pay you that. In fact, we're going to go offer that someplace else, and we want to do it for a while, not just a year, not just once, but we're growing the brand. It is a step that once you allow the owners to do it, you know what the next step is? We'll keep going till an owner goes, you know what? I'm going to put together a franchise, and I'm going to have 4 cities bid on it. Yeah. And I'm going to award 4 different contracts, and I'm going to have 4 cities build me a building. And that way we can spread our brand all over the place.
Rotate.
And you know what? And cities will line up to do it.
You're probably right.
Line up to do it.
And the thing is now, like San Antonio is going to have this when they build their new stadium. That there's going to be something built in that they're going to play games in Austin.
Yes.
And it's not like the San Antonio is going to say no.
The toothpaste is out of the tube. And I'm just warning Vegas, don't agree to it. Don't say yes. It sounds nice. Hey, they're growing the brand. It's good for everybody. No, it's not. It is a way for the owners to apply even more leverage to you as the landlord. If you don't like what I'm doing, I will take my ball and go someplace else because I've already taken my ball and gone someplace else, and you let me do it.
Major League Baseball typically allows teams to play up to 4 home games elsewhere, but those have typically been Seoul or London, those types of things.
They said we're going to Provo to play a game.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. But the chairman of the stadium authority said 8 seems like it's not going to work because they've got a bonding capacity that
we got debt to service.
That's how they're trying to build this stadium in the first place. The number of home games played directly correlates to the bonding capacity. And on top of that, the A's are still trying to seek minority investors to raise the $500 million of the construction that they're supposed to pay for. They don't have any money. And
they got it.
Well, they'll have it once they get to Vegas.
They just want to spend yours.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. Playing 8 games a year in Reno or wherever the hell is not going to get players to come to your. You know what's going to get players to come play for the A's? I don't know, paying market value for players. Maybe try that, which you haven't done in 20 years. That might be a way to get players to come play for you.
Grow the brand, man. I got to get the brand new fans in Provo are just desperate to get a taste of the Las Vegas A's.
It's crazy that you're going to a place that is really turning into. I mean, it's almost the sports capital of the U.S. now. Like it's getting to be that because
without doubt,
that is where every big event is going to be hosted.
And we're not mad at it. It's not a bad thing.
No, I mean, it's a place that people like to go visit.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got the infrastructure to have unlimited amount of people come in to visit them.
But don't let your franchise go someplace else. Trust us. Don't let it happen.
Imagine that. You're poised to be the team that gets put in Vegas. Like you couldn't ask for a better landing spot. Well, and you're like, yeah, we'd like to maybe go somewhere else.
And what they're saying is I'd like to reserve the right to go and look for the next location where I'll move if I'm not happy. I want you to pay for me to go and look at another place that once I get mad at you, and once you say I don't get another new stadium, I will have already planted the seeds to go to the next place. So when you get mad at me and I say, build me a new stadium or I'm going to leave, and I'm not giving you a damn thing, they've already got the seeds planted. They've already got their movement planned. Don't let them do it.
Yeah, I don't think you can budge on this. And you just say, listen, if you don't want this, stay in Oakland.
Yeah,
good luck. And that's the other thing you got to consider when, and this is the Raiders have no problem selling tickets. The Raiders are not a popular team in Las Vegas. The Raiders are just whatever. It's a football team,
right?
But the Raiders are always sold out. You know why? Because every time the schedule comes out, teams look at it and they say, okay,
I can't
me and
wait.
My friend group, boys, where are we going on the roadie this year? Oh, look who's on the schedule.
Yep.
Vegas. Do we want to go to Vegas for the weekend or do we want to go to Kansas City? Most dudes are saying, let's go to Vegas for a weekend. We got 4 days in Vegas. Let's go do it. When the schedule comes out and it says, hey, we're going to do a road trip, a baseball road trip. Let's go see the Yankees. Let's go see the Dodgers. Let's go see the Astros.
No, they're in Reno this week.
Right?
they're playing in Provo.
You think Red Sox fan is going to get his schedule and go, yeah, I'm going to head out to Sacramento for the weekend, a long weekend in Sacramento to see him play the A's. I've never been to Sacramento. No. And you think they were ever saying that about Oakland? I got to go see that stadium in Oakland. No. There's going to be a stadium on the Strip in Las Vegas.
And you don't want to stay there for 8 games. You want to go elsewhere.
You want to play somewhere else.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't trust you.
The A's are the dumbest organization. They don't deserve to be. They should have to play in that sewer hole in Oakland for the rest of eternity.
Well, how stupid are the Spurs? How stupid are we? We said yes. We'll
crazy.
Go take a couple of games.
But you know why they said yes? I think because the Spurs know that there is the Spurs have some power in this because the Spurs could move to Austin.
Right now, they're such a poison pill that they can't, but if they wait long enough, they could.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying like tomorrow, but long term.
Absolutely, they could. And our county judge at the time, he's no longer there. He termed out, Nelson Wolf. The moment he heard this, he said, no. He knew what I know. Once you let them in, once you allow this, you can't back out of it, and it just gives them more leverage. And now, eventually, the county commissioners did agree, and I'm still upset with it. And they kind of had their backs against the wall. But our county judge knew the moment he heard this that no. We are the landlords. We have a mortgage to pay. And you want to take a little bit of our mortgage payments and take it someplace else? No.
But you can see why the Spurs thought they could get away with it. The A's have been given a hard no by Oakland. Yeah. You're not getting a new stadium in Oakland. It's just not going to happen. What are the A's options? Now you're this is you found one girl, you're a smelly guy, you don't shower, you don't have a good job, you've got a corn tooth,
and
she likes you.
You've
got one girl who likes you, and you're like, I think you should get a boob job.
I think I could go out with somebody else.
Like,
4
would you
times a
mind?
night.
Would you mind if like a couple nights a week I was out with some other chick?
Looked just to see,
I don't know.
interest.
I don't know if she's out there, but I want to put my toe in the water.
I'll be back.
It's crazy.
I'll be back.
The Oakland A's have a corn tooth. They've got a bald spot. And it's not like the normal, it's like on the side of the head, not like a
scar.
Yeah, they're crazy looking.
But we just like to check the market just to see, you never know. There might be a couple of blind people out there that would be eager to see me.
Damn is right. All right. When we come back, I'm gonna tell you what one person in Texas has been putting up his butt, and why Rob.
I was told that would not come out.
And why Rob is having less sex than ever. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz, Game 1 of the NBA Finals is in the book. I can't believe the action. We're going to talk about all of it.
Plus, Cowboys mini camps are in the books. We'll react to what John Machota saw all week long when he joined us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
So I just went to Kohl's to shop their first ever customer appreciation event. And now I'm here to spill the details. Because I'm a Kohl's cardholder, I got an extra 30% off. Or if you're a rewards member, you get 20% off. Even non-members can save with 15% off. And as an added bonus, Kohl's also has great prices on Father's Day gifts, like top activewear, Sephora cologne, grilling gear, and more. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Hurry to Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end June 16th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak?
too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Thomas J. Henry is recognized across the nation for taking on serious cases and getting serious results. And after 30 years of practice, Thomas J. Henry works on his next case with the same passion and desire as he did to win his first case. If you or a loved one is in need of a personal injury attorney, call Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
San Antonio, Texas.
Over the past decade, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Testosterone levels in men can start to decrease as early as 30 years old, and long-term health risks can be extremely damaging to your body. Rock's Discount Vitamins carries a variety of natural testosterone boosters that can immediately provide you with more energy, increased libido, increased metabolism, and improve your mood. Rock's Discount Vitamins natural testosterone boosters can even help you build muscle and lose weight faster. With 11 San Antonio locations, visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com. Thanking God and South Texas for all the support.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
That was good, man. You nailed it.
Got it, man. I got it figured out now. I'm a musician at heart. Everyone knows that. A lot of people know that
At
about
heart,
me.
huh?
Yeah,
that's about it.
That's
Didn't
about
quite
it.
make it out. Just stayed in the heart.
I literally went to a music college, and guess what? I'm not a musician. Before we get into some sex talk and some butt stuff talk, the San Antonio Spurs are the favorites to land Lauri Markkanen if Utah decides to trade him.
I just saw him playing in Eurobasket, and he looked good last year. That would be, we chased him a couple years back, and when he was
seems
coming
like
out
a guy
of Chicago,
the Spurs would be into.
very much. But when he came out of Chicago, he was not the player that he is now, and we just got outbid. We just didn't have the money to spend at that time, so that wouldn't be a surprise. That'd be full circle, and I would be shocked if that was the case.
The odds: Spurs 6-1, OKC plus 850, Pistons 9-1. Magic 12-1, Warriors 15-1, Rockets 16-1.
I think it would be a great addition, but we'll know which way they're looking after the draft.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Oh man, he's developed a board game. He can put the ball on the floor and get to the rim more than he could a couple years ago.
I like that. A 60-year-old Texas man, Spring, Texas, to be exact.
Houston.
Yeah. Mitchell Vest is his name. He has been arrested and he's pleaded guilty now to taking merchandise from antique stores, shoving them up his rear, and then returning them to display shelves.
No, what was the purpose? Okay. Was he returning them because he didn't want to steal, or was he?
So there's one of two questions, or one of two possibilities. Okay. I think either he likes the idea of people buying his poop.
That was probably it, actually.
Or he likes the way it feels.
Are the items that he's taking from these antique stores, are they designed and built for this purpose, or are they other things like candlesticks and other objects?
It doesn't say what things he put there.
I mean, I'm really curious as to their purpose.
Yeah, I wonder what it is too.
But it has to be an antique.
Oh, here's one. It was one of them was an antique bottle opener.
Yikes.
He was walking around wearing a green kilt, and he would take items off the shelf, place them inside of him, ridiculous, remove them, and then put them back. What are we doing? Now this is the first time he's been caught. Listen, you start shoving things up there, and
I think he's done this before.
Yeah. No, this isn't your first offense, buddy.
Honey, where's my kilt?
This is the kind of guy who's just going around putting things in his ass all the time.
I'm gonna go antique shopping. Well, I'm gonna go try it, not shopping.
But putting it like I thought, okay, maybe he's trying to shoplift. Oh, that doesn't fit. I'll put it back. I'd give you that. But no, this was just his thing.
How'd they catch him?
They caught him on. How do you think?
Was it a video of him either removing or inserting?
Caught him on camera.
Oh, good God.
Caught him on camera. 60-year-old man in a tank top and a kilt.
No.
Come on.
He's back again, our best customer, but he never buys anything.
Mitchell Vest is listed as 6'6", 250 pounds. It's a big man. Maybe the Spurs should look into signing him.
Well, you'd have to weigh him before
you need
practice.
A body.
You'd have to put him through a scanner to make sure he's not bringing anything extra to the game.
He got 12 months of probation on this deal.
Oh, no.
He's going to be back shoving things up his ass.
Is not. If you have an antique shop, you might want to have his picture on the front.
You don't want to let this guy in. Don't let him in.
I appreciate that he came prepared wearing a kilt. He knew what he was doing.
He was free on $100 bond. That's all it took to get out.
It's not that such a big thing in spring. Maybe that's more common than we think.
This is the crazy thing.
It gets crazier.
If you were the kind of guy who was willing to go and do stuff like that, you would think that you like live in a studio apartment and you've got like, I don't know, like half opened cans of ranch style beans laying around. And no, Vest and his wife own a $600,000 home in the Woodlands.
The wife thing is just about as surprising as the
That's
600,000.
the wife thing is the surprising thing.
I thought he was on the other team. I really thought
How
he was.
When you explain to your wife why you got arrested today, and I imagine I've never got a DUI, but I would imagine you catch a DUI, you got to go home, or you got to call the wife and be like, honey, I messed up,
screwed up.
Or, you know, even worse, like, oh, I got caught up with a hooker. I got caught in a prostitution sting.
All I was doing was sitting down, honey. I didn't see it there.
How you're explaining this to your wife, and it's
$1 million
like
to one shot.
There's awkward things to explain to your wife, like, why were you doing this?
You told me you wanted candlesticks for the anniversary.
Yeah,
I didn't have my wallet,
babe. I don't know how to tell you this. I've been arrested. Oh, for what? Well, I was putting antiques in my what?
In my hoo-ha.
What? Yeah.
He's a big dude, man.
Big man. She wasn't pleasing him. Wife
well, I
don't
think she could do what he's needing.
I think she could.
Well, I'm not. Well, maybe.
There is less sex going on than ever.
Well, look at this dude from Spring. Look what he's been having to resort to.
Americans are a lonely, lonely bunch. And apparently the reason why sex is way down is our time in in-person social connections are going away. Like it's we're doing things online. Fewer adults are getting married. Fewer adults are having children. And the Americans have fewer friends than we did a decade ago. Their church attendance is down. Social clubs are down. Apparently, part of the reason why this is happening, sex is less common, is because young people have less unstructured time and spend less of the time that they do have simply hanging out with friends, which probably makes for few opportunities for sex.
Yes.
Because like the more you're out hanging out with buddies, more like you are to meet a girl. Or if you're in a friend group that's a co-ed friend group, oh, me and Becky have been hanging out for a while. One night we drank 5 beers and had sex. It happens. But when, you know, like now and more, like my kid, when he still hangs out with his friends from baseball and stuff, but otherwise he's talking to them on a headset with a PlayStation.
Right.
It's hard to have sex via PlayStation.
Give us time.
Oh, wow. I mean,
it's
God willing.
These guys are working on
God
it
willing,
day and night. Trust me, it's coming.
What are you doing, Elon? Who gives a damn about living in space?
You're focusing on the wrong subject.
Let me have PlayStation sex.
There's also the idea that with the online dating apps and with really there is not that attention to that part of the social life, that guys today don't have any game. They don't have pickup game.
Not only that,
and practice makes perfect, man.
Not only that, this story says that women are also becoming more and more frustrated with men who
wussification
aren't good at sex anymore.
Well, they don't get like I said, practice makes perfect. And if you feel comfortable in that part of the game, you can close the deal. You're going to go show it off. But if you're unsure, you're not going to go and get the practice in that is required. It takes 10,000 hours to get to be an expert.
Well, and then there's people talking about, well, like the new abortion laws are making people want to have less frivolous sex.
Get that stuff you rub on your shoulder.
That shoulder cream. That's right. It's just like sunscreen. Protects you.
Only better.
But yeah, there's a massive decline in sex, which is kind of bumming me out.
Well,
I know why I'm not having a lot of sex.
I do too, but it's probably not the same reason. I have an entirely different.
Well,
We all have our El Guapos.
There we go.
But I agree that, as the father of children of the newer generation, we all prioritize things. And if you look back on what's big in entertainment, it kind of reflects what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Go back and watch your typical 80s teenage movie. The only thing it was about was getting laid. It was Last American Virgin. You name it. It was movies about getting laid. That's all we were shown, and that's all we thought about.
Yeah.
You don't see that now.
You don't.
It is not a priority, good, bad, or indifferent. It just doesn't matter.
Hollywood's gotten lazy on creative
But
ways to help us get laid.
On the other side of this, if I at 13 could carry around a device where I had ready access to porn 24 hours a day, my hand would be Steve Austin's bionic. It would be just a gnarled claw by the time I was 15. You'd never get me out of the house. What are you talking about? You shouldn't have. This is the problem.
Yeah.
Ready access to porn.
Well, Texas is cutting that down too, aren't they?
What do you mean?
With you can't use Pornhub here.
We can't use Pornhub?
No.
Nope. Why not?
Governor Abbott doesn't want you using Pornhub.
I have a right to my porn.
You can use it, but you have to register your device.
I don't want anybody to know I'm watching.
That's what I'm saying. Who's going to be like, oh yeah, this is my.
So I have to register like a sex offender to go watch porn?
You basically have to show your ID to masturbate these days.
Well, now we're doing things right. Now the guys are going to start hitting the streets.
I think so. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's why they're doing
Maybe we do this. We'll write America right now. We'll raise the testosterone. No more free porn. You can take the bathroom door lock off.
When we come back, we're going to go around and do the Vegas line, see what's going on in the world of sports betting, and some good news on a boxing match that we were worried about, and a little bit more finals talk. We still got a lot to discuss, though. We are finishing things up here. Enjoy it while you can. Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio's Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
A 62-year-old Florida man was pulled over half an ounce of meth in his pants.
I'm driving from Nashville to Orlando to see if I can look up Goofy County. Goofy looks to me like the kind of man who like to buy a little methamphetamine.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 210-615-7777 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions. They'll tell you if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-948-5880. So if you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-948-5880 to speak with a live person now.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
This Entertainment Insider is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Director Sam Taylor Johnson discusses why she took on the movie Back to Black, the life and music of the late singer Amy Winehouse.
Create the whole person, and so much of what we knew about her was said to us by the tabloids. And with our movie, it's really being with her as she creates the music, and that's a perspective I don't think we've necessarily felt.
Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with Life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Look at you. You're a man. You work hard, you sweat hard, and then you smell hard.
just as God intended. Introducing a better way to fight your manly body odor with Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando takes a different approach to body odor. Instead of waiting for it to happen and covering it up, Mando's acidified technology blocks body odor before it starts anywhere on your body. That's right, anywhere. Pits, privates, and feet. Mando is clinically proven to block body odor all day and continue to control BO for 72 hours. Our cologne quality scents will enhance your manliness without being overpowering. Plus, it comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee, so there are no risks. Not that you have any problem taking risks. Hasta la vista, stench. Try Mando Whole Body Deodorant today. Go to shopmando.com and use code 1010 for an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack. That comes with a solid stick, cream tube, 2 free products of your choice, and ships free with code 1010. Shopmando.com, code 1010 for an extra $5 off a Mando starter pack. That's shopmando.com, code 1010.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Because now at Staples, you can save up to $50 on your print purchase. From posters and flyers to signs and menus, Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. And with Staples Print Perfect Guarantee, it's done right or it's printed again free. Plus, same-day service is available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. Get it printed right at Staples. And now get up to $50 off your print purchase. And 76, visit staples.com/print for details.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Woo! Wrapping up a Friday. We need to get Joe Reinigle to say something about Friday.
Yeah, is there something that he can steal?
I don't know.
That's research, though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Joe last night when they left the Roo Pub, I guess Joe and Jason made a deal or made a bet, and Joe was gonna install.
Oh, I saw he did it.
Yeah, but he said I don't think he did it. I don't think he finished doing it. I think someone's coming to pay for it.
Oh, I saw it, but it looked like a functioning. Set.
No, I don't think it was functional.
Oh, it wasn't functional. It looked good. Oh, that's right. He had a problem with the disposal, I think.
Yeah.
Dude.
He told Jason it was going to be done in 10 minutes.
Have you replaced faucets or anything like that? Have you tried?
I have, and I can do it.
Yeah, but
if I do it, chances are good it's going to take a lot longer than it should.
And I'm going to bleed.
I'm probably going to do something wrong. There's a chance I might mess something up permanently. I'm a big believer in paying people to do the stuff that I'm not an expert at.
I don't deal with water or electricity.
Electricity is not even it's a non-starter.
If it has anything to do with those two, leaving it to the experts. Everything else, I'll give a shot.
Anything that has to do with climbing on my roof.
Ladders frighten me, but I'll get up on them. But if there's water or electricity, I don't even try.
I hang Christmas lights that I can reach from. Like if I can climb a ladder and reach the eave, I'll do that. I'm done climbing on the roof to put stuff up on the roof. I'm not doing that anymore. I told my wife, pay somebody to do that. That's
coming from a family of lawyers. If you do and you fall, give us a call.
Not my job to do that. I'm trying to break my neck, put up Christmas lights.
LawyerForUs.com.
Boy, you know who got a lawyer? This lady in Colorado got handcuffed, was in a police car, and the police car got hit by
I've seen
train.
a video of this. They left her in the cop car and let it get hit by a train. I've seen this. Yeah, I hope she owns that small town now.
You know what she got? She got her settlement came down today.
How much is that town worth? It should be all of that.
Fort Lupton.
How much is
and Platteville, Colorado, agreed on a settlement with the victim, Yarini Rios Gonzalez. $8.5 million.
That sounds like a settlement to me.
That was a settlement.
Okay, that doesn't sound like what a jury would offer because I'd have given her a whole bunch more.
The settlement amount will be split equally between the city of Fort Lupton and the town of Platteville, Colorado. And I'm guessing the railroad track probably divides there.
What's her name?
Yareni Rios Gonzalez.
Okay, so I would also advocate as her. No, we'll take the $8 million, but guess which town will now be known as Urena, whatever. We're gonna name the town after my client, and you're gonna pay me $8 million.
She was a suspect in a road rage case. She suffered 9 broken ribs, a broken arm, and other injuries. Man, I'll tell you what, $8.5 million. You can break my ribs, break my arm. It's a deal.
They wouldn't, man. I can't. I get the settlement because it's money, but I don't know what the Colorado jury pool is like. But let me tell you, down here in South Texas, you leave someone in a cop car that get hit by a train, it'll be 5 times that much.
I think I would have settled. I would just taken my 8.5
run. Yeah,
like how much? What do I need? 8.5 million is enough for me. I'm not trying to buy the Spurs.
You're a man of simple needs.
I am. I really am.
Need nearly as much as most. So that's why when you lose on a Thursday night, you can come back because money is not that important.
I need a can of ranch style beans and an antique store, and I'm good to go.
A happy camper. That's a Saturday night to ride home about.
I'm a happy man. All right, let's get out to the desert and take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yes!
I mean, we found out today the NBA is not going to be back until Sunday. Why you would take 2 days off when you are not changing cities is beyond me. I know why they're doing it, and it's because of the NHL.
Yeah.
The NBA and NHL, their finals almost always run at the same time, and they alternate days, and the Stanley Cup decided to start on Saturday, which I would have told, if I was the NBA, I would have said, listen, we waited around for you. You guys need to start on Friday.
It feels that way. I know they schedule and they have to wait and make sure the Bruins aren't going to be taking the fleet and busy. But once it's clear that these buildings are open, we can go ahead and reschedule.
Yeah.
I think the most fans are able to reschedule flights if they had plans and go ahead and come in when it's time. This has been too long of a wait. And it gets to be when we get these 3-day breaks, you never get any momentum, and it leads to a weird series where it's always kind of choppy and it doesn't feel like there's a team that really grabs hold of things, which is perfect for Dallas. This is the ideal thing for Dallas. If I'm the Celtics, I want to play today. Let's shower up. Let's get game 2 in right now. We're clicking.
I'm with you.
Dallas wants to let's sit
Let's
away.
Figure out what we can do.
Let's let these fools cool off and let everybody tell them how great they are over the next couple of days.
And let Kristaps let his calf tighten up a little bit. The latest line, though, for the series, Celtics now minus 400 favorites to win the series. Mavericks plus 310 on the comeback.
If you're a Celtics, it's not going to get any better than this. This is as good a line as you're going to get if you think they're going to win it.
The line for game 2 is sitting still at 7.5, although it looks like there's starting to be some money come in on the Mavericks. So maybe I need to
dude, do not take the Mavs on this. They probably won't win, but they're not going to lose by 8.
That's the way I figure it. I don't think they're going to get blown out again. But crazier things have happened in the NHL. That game is tomorrow. Edmonton at Florida, first game of the series. The Florida Panthers minus 138 favorites in game 1. Man, I've been saying teams from Canada never win, but they do have the best player in the world. Seems like eventually he's going to win one. The series price, Florida minus 135, Edmonton plus 115. And what we've seen in these NHL playoffs is home court doesn't matter a whole lot. Home ice doesn't matter. That's going to be my
question. When you watch in the NBA, the winner of game 1 wins the series 70% of the time. I wonder what the NHL's numbers are.
I don't know, but it's far less. Yeah. I mean, because we've seen in these playoffs alone, like when Dallas and Edmonton were playing, it was like the first 4 games. Dallas won 2 in Edmonton. Edmonton won 2 in Dallas. It's like it's hard to get it's hard for that home court or home ice, I guess, to matter a whole lot.
I'm
but
kind of low key down. I want to root for Edmonton. I
think I do too. I think I do too.
But I don't think they will.
You know what? I don't know if they will, but I hope they do. Again, I don't.
Let's break the streak, man. Give Connor some flowers, man.
Yeah, we'll let these Canadians have a little something. All right, let's head out to the Diamond. What do we got on the hill tonight? We'll start with the Rangers, who have Frambe, the most famous French baseball player, Frambe Valde. Oh, maybe
I don't think that's how you say it.
No?
No,
We were talking about famous French guys earlier. I thought
like
that was
Framber.
Framber.
Get your ass in here, Framber. How the hell you been, Framber?
Framber, not Amber. He's not a basic white girl. Framber Valdez, minus 172 at the Angels. Griffin Canning on the mound for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Not really that anymore. And game one of San Francisco, Texas. San Francisco minus 115 favorite at the Rangers. Logan Webb going for the Giants. Michael Lorenzen going for the Rangers. Like I said, I'll be out at a Rangers game tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to see the Giants tomorrow.
I will see the Giants. It was supposed to be a Blake Snell start. I think Blake Snell hit the IL, so he's not going to be pitching. I don't know who's pitching for the Rangers tomorrow, but yeah, the Giants are getting better. I don't know. They should be taking this kind of money. They opened minus 101, so they opened as a dog. They're now favored. So not a lot of confidence in the Rangers these days. Elsewhere, yesterday, damn it, I said I'm either going to play the under or I'm going to play Oakland against Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I played Oakland and they lost 3-0. I should have just played the under. I should have just played the under.
I think it was 3 days ago. Dude, you were way in on Seattle.
Yeah, I had been, but I was like, man, I think the numbers got a little out of whack here. I should have played the under, but it didn't work out that way. Seattle's at Kansas City to start a series. Bryce Miller going for the Mariners, minus 125 at Kansas City, who, by the way, Kansas City now just like barely outside of first place in the AL Central. The Guardians have been an unstoppable force somehow, but Kansas City right behind them. I don't know if you had a exacta of Cleveland and Kansas City in the AL Central. Kudos to you if that holds up.
You're down there. Go ahead, have your fun. You earned it.
What I know is the Chicago White Sox are very unlikely to finish in first place in the AL Central, as they have now lost 14 games in a row. I think I don't know what the final was yesterday. I saw it was 10-0.
I'm sure it was a new and interesting way to get your heart ripped.
No,
out
this
of your
was
chest.
just a straight
regular beating. Okay.
Garrett Crotchet on the mound for the White Sox, a minus 107 favorite against Boston and Cooper Criswell, who's a made-up person. That's the scary thing about back in Boston here. Cooper Criswell isn't a real person. He's an AI character who they're going to try and throw on the mound tonight. But the Chicago White Sox, who have lost 14 games in a row, are favored in the game tonight. I will not be wagering on the Chicago White Sox.
I'm of the belief that eventually the tide will turn no matter how bad or indifferent you are. It's been 14 games.
Games in a row.
It's like you have to try to lose 14 straight.
Yeah.
You don't just fall ass. These are all professional baseball players. This isn't the Bad News Bears. I mean, you have to legitimately go out of your way to lose 14 straight. I'm going to go the other way. I like the Sox. They got to win.
Well, you like the Sox, the red or the white ones?
I love White Sox.
Okay.
Of course, man. They're going to bust this thing.
And big series starts tonight, big interleague series between the Dodgers and the Yankees. Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the hill for the Dodgers, minus 135 favorite against Cody Poteet. It sounded like he'd be from Cody Poteet. That's right, boy.
I thought he had his own band.
Yeah, maybe he
like
does.
a country music singer.
Dodgers minus 135 on the road at Yankee Stadium. The total in that game is 9. So fireworks expected out there.
Would you have a line on the home runs?
I'm sure there is, and
like the Dodgers plus whatever that is.
Yeah, that's probably there's probably gonna be some hit out in this one. I don't know if you saw this week. Last story of the week for us. There is a man Mike Newby, who's 34 years old. He just defended his title as the world shin kicking champion. They asked him about his training. This might be the hardest man I've ever heard of.
So is he kicking people or getting kicked?
Basically, they lock up and you kick each other in the shins until someone goes down.
It's like one of those slap fighting things, but we've taken it to the next level.
Except it's all happening at once. Like you go, like we lock up and I kick you and you kick me until one of us is done. The Kostwalt Games, which celebrates English folk sports and games such as tug of war, hammer throwing, and the main event, which is shin kicking. The winner of the competition is crowned as the world champion, has their name added to a trophy, which is displayed in Chipping Camden year-round. What it doesn't say anything here is about money. And if this dude is doing this for the love of the game, he really, really loves the game. Mike won his first title in 2023, won his first title. And he said, you know what? I'm going to really start taking this seriously now. Hit the gym, did cardio, practiced martial arts every day for the last year, and spent time every day hitting his shins with a hammer to toughen them up. Man, what?
I hope there's a lot of money in this.
That's what I said. There's no mention of money.
I don't think there's any money in this.
There's no mention of money in this whole thing.
Because if you were the hammer, I would like to make a hammer that would break his shin. I don't want to be the sponsor of the hammer that toughened his shin. I want the hammer that will break Mr. Steel Shins.
You can be disqualified for kicking too high.
Well.
And the idea is either you kick them enough that they fall down or they tap out. They give up. And it's the best of 3.
So what am I wearing? What's on my foot?
You're wearing shoes.
Can I put on steel toes? Am I allowed to wear
just regular shoes?
Just any kind of shoe.
Regular shoes.
Okay. Can they be pointy, or do they have to be rounded?
I'll show you a picture of his shoes and his shins in the aftermath that he did for no money. I mean, this is a crazy, crazy game. Congratulations to him on his back-to-back championships.
It's going to be an Olympic sport. We might as well practice now.
Boys, it's been fun. We'll be back. We'll do it again next week. How about that, Rob?
I aspire to kick the shins.
Check out the Blitz at 2. We'll be back on Monday. Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.